All right, everybody. It's a broadcast of the Every Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. It is me, the Black Knight. We're going to talk about, the shortcomings of protecting Black women on social media. Definitely a new kind of gig. You know, I'm a very action oriented brother. I'm used to doing things in real life. I protect Black women in real life. So I have to admit the social media thing is a little tricky. Um, there's not really much trust in social media. You can't really trust much people. You see, in real life, you see people, you look them in the eyes different. Certain people can show you what their character is, and you can tell if you can trust those people or not. But on social media, it's really hard to gauge that. It's nearly impossible to gauge it with certain kinds of people. And you have a lot of selfish people here on social media, a lot of people with mental issues, and people, no matter what you say to them, they don't care or listen to anything anybody else has to say. It's just them and their agenda, and that's it. Over everything. And they don't have a problem taking away from other people just to make sure that they are the ones who are appeased. So I've met all kinds. A lot of fair weather friends, a lot of new type of people on here that call you friend just so they can get close to you to sabotage your own platforms. There's been things that happened on my platform that was unexpected because I thought the person was my friend. So coming from where I'm from, the old school, some would say now I come from a fairy tale world because guys like me don't exist anymore. And it's been different. It's been different. It's been a roller coaster at times. At times it's been hard work. It's been a little stressful. There has been some disappointments, but it's not enough to stop me because at the end of the day, I am who I am. Regardless of what you say I am who I am. And none of you are ever going to stop me. Drive it, Dane.
Yo, check your mic. Let's test these levels.
Check, 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 check.
Okay, word. We got the sound. Let me know when the break's coming in.
Nah, there's no break. I'm just gonna go straight through.
I kick that shit.
Heaven sent, I can prove this. Any crowd, turn me up loud. KR will move this. Long before Eazy-E, this MC, he was ruthless. Kicking rhyme, spitting rhyme, written rhyme, freestyle. I do's this. Who's this? You don't know me, homie. I'm the one and only. I turn your tool into a toll. Tell you owe me. You ain't gotta go to the past to know me, homie. I'm KRS-One. My power is now. Eckhart Tolle. These rappers are bony and lonely. I'll catch them coming out of Shoney's. I don't Oscar or admire, they baloney. No phony. I spit for the time from the mind. So when I spit off the head, of course I'm ahead of my time. Yes, I'm better with rhyme, and it's evident I'm the lyrically benevolent kind. This you never gonna find. I'm spitting plenty medleys. This is work, not a job. Rappers are crying like a boss in reverse. They solve. That's when they get robbed and disappointed. They not anointed, get them set up like an appointment. I spit the same heat you like to joint with. Fire, spit the truth, no liar. Heaven sent, this is higher. The mic cooks, I write books. The heavyweight champion. The song becomes a knockout with the right hook. I'm raw, meaning not cooked. These fake rappers heads are down, cause in the face of KRS, they do not look. 40 cal style, rap-a-pum like big drums. When I heat up the club to 420, it's done. Light up the cheek with the chunk. I teach when I come. Knowledge reigning supreme. What these rappers speaking is dumb. It's a treat when I come. I'm not what you used to. I'm the return of Khufu all over these tracks like choo-choo. I'm the guru. So when my teaching premieres, it's Gangstar. Hitting you and your man in the same car. These whack rappers, fuck who they are. KRS is like a hooligan. Hitting them all with the same bars. Hooligans hitting them with the same bars. Your whack style just ain't ours. Venus to Mars. I'm teaching with bars. Spitting these bars. But youngins under 21 can't even get into these bars. So I don't blame them if they not seeing these bars. Cause when I hit them with my universe, all they seeing is stars. Speaking of bars, when I spit one, you can see it's all about impact over an income. The big one, multi-directional and exceptional. 10 of my first 20 albums are all collectibles. You feel the heat when I'm next to you, truly legendary. Underground, undetectable, and revolutionary. Most of what's going on today, you know we knew already. I tried to teach our people about poverty, it took too many. It shook too many. We can see what a curse is. So I re-emerge to show these youngins who the first is. The minister, frying rap chickens like churches. And the worst is seeing your temperature taken by nurses. IV bags, your family picking out hearses. It's like you at the Barclays Center, you won't survive these verses. Sprite means spirit, so I obey what my thirst is. The whole planet, so-called Earth, is what my turf is.
Hold up. Yo, I got this. Yo, this is about to be fire. Levels is on point. You sound good out here. All right. Let's get this project started.
All right, now you can cut it. All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Gangsta Talk. Shout out to Yeti Black. Joni D in the building. Long time no see. Good to see you come through. You like the intros, huh? Yeah, you know, I try to keep them rolling. I try to be, you know, just me. You know, that's called something. You and MC or something like that. I forgot what it's called. Then type in the title to the song when you get a chance. But anyway, welcome to Gangsta Talk. Okay. Now let me tell you why I'm talking about this particular topic tonight, because there's been some issues over a period of time that I've run into on social media. Sometimes I try to keep things to myself. I cannot believe certain people in their behavior, but it is what it is. Social media is definitely something new to me. I still can't seem to figure it out. Being an old school dog, coming from a different time where people were different. Trying to understand the black people today is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle, blindfolded while looking for a needle in a haystack and trying to pass through the eye of a needle. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to explain some of the issues that I've run into being the so-called protector of black women on social media. Why did I decide to build this platform? Because when I came on social media, I came through the conscious community. Now, the conscious community, you know, when I was over there, they were talking about the black woman as God. So it wasn't a lot of this disrespect towards black women. They were very respectful of black women over there. Now, say what you want about what their beliefs were. They were very, very protective of the black woman over there. But that changed. And so when it changed and they started disrespecting black women over there, I left the conscious community because it became saturated with a bunch of crooked people and people that had nefarious intentions. So I left the conscious community. I stumbled upon this side of YouTube. I still don't know what side you call this side of YouTube. I still don't know. The black part of YouTube, I don't know what you want to call it. But when I came to this side of YouTube, you know, things were a little different. Nyla's channel was the first channel that I came to. And I really, really liked that channel. Her channel was really bumping back then. I met a lot of people. A lot of those people, you know, had different type of intentions. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe I went a little bit too far. You know, when you get to be my age, you can't afford to be naive. All right? When you get to be my age, you can't afford anything. Everything is a consequence. All right? Everything you will pay through your face for when you get to be a certain age. There is no more coddling. There is no more benefit of the doubt. When you get a certain age, there's nothing but consequence when you step in the wrong direction. So understand that. People are very unforgiving when you are at a certain age. And some people, when they retaliate on you, no matter how small the infraction, their retaliation is with extreme prejudice. And they go to the all-out extent. All right? People have blood in their eyes when you become a certain age. Anyway, so some of these people, I had the nerve to think that they were my friends, but many of them weren't. Actually, out of that whole bunch, only came out with one real friend. One real friend. And that friend has been by my side through thick and thin. And she's still here today. You see what I'm saying? Only one real person. With the exception of maybe one more. And the other person, me and her had a falling out. But she's still my people too. There's only two real people that I met. Everybody, everybody else is either fake or fair weather or nonchalant or obtuse or narcissistic or pseudo, phony. I mean, it goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? And so when you have people telling you that they're down with you, now understand, not really understanding the whole social media thing, but I know who I am. Okay? I know I'm not up here faking. This is who I am. But there are people up here who have brought into the fairy tale life of social media, and they have created different personas that they want to portray themselves after. Whether those personas came out of a cartoon, a comic book, a magazine. But some people are living out their childhood dreams. Some people are on here living their lives as real superheroes. So anyway, I understand now. Well, I wouldn't say now, because when I first started my platform, it was hellacious. Trinity Time Travels helped me start my channel, and she rolled with me for a while. That was my first partner before anybody else. And I accumulated a lot of people who called themselves friends. But what I started to realize is that people was using my platform for their own personal agenda. They wanted to abuse Black women. And so they would use my so-called friendship just to get on my platform and explode against the women without me knowing about it. Some have come on my platform after I asked them not to do something. They would agree just so they can come on my platform anyway and do it anyway. So sometimes when so-called people are your friends and they come on your platform, you don't expect them to do certain things. So some unexpected things happen. Now, one thing about me, I don't try to get out of anything. And everybody that knows me would tell you I'm a straight up dude. If I wronged you, I will do my best to make amends. I don't run away from my mistakes. I don't sugarcoat anything. And I don't try to say, if I know I did something to you, I will admit that I did something to you. Now, there was a situation that happened on my platform, and I'm going to address this once and for all. Okay? There was a debate. And like I said, when you have so-called friendship with somebody, you don't expect certain things to happen. Something took place on my platform that was unexpected. and it wasn't handled correctly, or it probably wasn't handled in the best way because it was unexpected. When somebody calls themselves your friend, or when somebody when somebody acts like your friend, the last thing you would think that they would do something to sabotage your platform, especially unexpectedly out of the blue. And so now you have to change mental direction. And now you got this whole thing blowing up in your face like, okay, what's going on here? And so you're stuck between a person being insulted and a person who's supposed to be your friend blowing up your platform. So you're between a rock and a hard place. And then the person that's being insulted doesn't give a damn that the person is blowing up your platform. And you try to deal with that as well as deal with the fact that they've been insulted. And so you have people who lack understanding. And then they take that lack of understanding and they create a persona about somebody. And then they want to go out and they want to run with it because simply they feel that, injustice was done to them and nobody came to their aid, which isn't the truth. Now, I'm not going to bring it up, but I understand now more than ever that it's hard to make friends here on social media. And I really need to stop looking to make friends. I guess I'm too old for that. Because it's really, really hard. They really don't exist here on social media. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of two-faced, narcissistic, crazy-ass people who are only out for themselves and got real serious problems. Okay? So I'm simply just going to pull away from a few people and not deal with them anymore. That's the best I can do. Now, this whole protecting Black women thing on social media, it's had its shortcomings. And one of the shortcomings, the biggest shortcoming, I told you, the unexpected sabotage of so-called friends. People who befriend you, who have nefarious intent that you are unaware of, and they show up on your platform and they do you dirty, totally catching you off guard. With the lack of understanding of many onlookers. And so you have to deal with that. Now, I was raised in the 70s, so I got that traditional Black male thing going on, right? And so before I made this platform, Black women were being abused on channels. There was hardly no safe channels that they can go to, the way they wouldn't be cussed out and attacked and called all kinds of names, where they wouldn't be in ambush. I used to see panels with one woman on it and 9 guys attacking one Black woman. It was pretty bad. So when I built this platform here, and turned it into a haven for Black women, so they can come and they can nest in this environment and be themselves, free from attack. People don't want me to have this environment, even some women. Even some women. I got women calling me fake, talking about I really don't love Black women and I just want to be surrounded by vagina. Just calling me all kinds of crazy shit. And mind you, check this out. The men who has disrespected these women here on social media has called them some of the most vicious, vile names that you can think of, right? But yet they have nothing but murderous intent for me. And I have never even once called them out their name. Never. Ain't that weird? RBR can sit up here and call black women bees, all kinds of hoes, and I mean hit them with some of the most vicious, disgusting rhetoric that you can imagine, right? And the women he's doing it to, they will still have an affinity for him. Now here, me, who's never ever done that to them, they will have nothing but hellacious discontent for me. Even though I've never done that to them. I've never called them out their name. I've never did any of that. And it screws with my psyche. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. You know what it kind of reminds me of? The part of the Bible, right, where Pontius Pilate couldn't figure out what to do with Jesus of Nazareth, right? And because I believe the priests knew what he represented and they didn't want their money messed with because they wanted people to continue to pay them to pray for them, right? Even though he was the governor, could have made a decision. For some reason, he put the decision to the people, right? And he asked the people, we have a murderer in jail, a committed murderer, a man who have murdered people, who have taken life, murdered people. Which one would you like to go free? And they choose the murderer and put the innocent man in jail. That's what I feel like. I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm just giving you the pro principle, the setup. That's the way I feel. Guys like RBR and feel like can call black women the most heinous things imaginable. They're that murderer that's in jail. But the women who are on the receiving end of that will choose the murderer and put me, who's never said anything like that, and who has fought guys like RBR on their behalf, they would still choose the murderer and throw me in jail. What kind of misguided shit is that? I'm serious, yo. And so, what do you do? What do you do on social media to protect black women? What can you do other than get into arguments with sissy ass Negroes who want to bully women? That's what I do. It's not like you can put hands on somebody. Well, I mean, don't even get me started on that. But it's not like you can put hands on anybody. The best you can do is run down on people, show them that you think what they're saying is wrong and that you're here to protect the honor of black women and you want them to be treated with respect, which is what I do. Now, RBR's panel is a loose cannon. There's nothing you can really do on there. You can't really protect nobody on there. Okay? He's a lunatic. All right? I can protect women on this panel now. Have we had some mishaps on this channel? Yes. And the mishaps have been by people that we thought that we can trust. And they stabbed us in the back and caught us off guard. And some people got hurt because of it. Trinity, one of them. Okay? So they say the Black Knight is a phony, right? Now, when I came on this channel, when I came on social media, I came on here as Maximum Black. What does my name actually mean? It means that I'm super pro-black. Okay? Maximum black. I'm hardcore super pro-black. But the name Black Knight was given to me by black women because of my behavior towards black. I did not name myself the Black Knight. That name was given to me. It's a name that I accept with a badge of honor because it was given to me by the very women that I love and protect. And I take it seriously. It means something to me. Other people don't like that. Other people want to scout me of that title. Other people want to prove that I'm a phony and I'm a fake and I just want to be surrounded by vagina. Even though I'm a married man. And I have not made one pass or have done any flirting with any of the women on my platform or anywhere else on social media. That's why I don't trip too much, y'all, about certain things that's being said, because I am who I say I am. They want me to be who they want me to be. Let's talk about the reasons why. Well, I'm not weak. A lot of guys on here are weak. They can't defend themselves. You get into a confrontation, they can't hold up. They become extremely emotional and they lose control in a verbal confrontation. Some try to get the upper hand on you by, if they have control over the mute button, they'll mute you so you can't say anything. Just childish things. Some people are very selfish, narcissistic, suffering from serious depression, all kinds of psychological depravity. You got people running around here making up shit in their own mind, talking about they traveling to fucking different times mentally. I mean, all kinds of shit. I done heard some crazy shit. Right? And it's okay, man. I mean, you know, I think some people need social media. Because if they didn't have social media, they'd probably be out there, you know, doing some really wild shit. You know? But protecting black women on social media, it's been tricky. I've been called out. I've been cussed out. I've been dragged. I've been called all kinds of names. I've been through it already. I've been stabbed in the back. Funny, some of the people that are accusing me of being fake are some of the people who stabbed me in the back as well. But they won't tell you that though, right? Because they don't have the courage. They mad at me because I have courage to see. One thing about me, if I do you wrong, I can tell you I did you wrong. I'm never going to lie about how I do somebody on here because I'm a real man. And I can own up to my mistakes. Just recently, I issued an apology to Miss Chantel. Now, do me and Miss Chantel get along? We probably don't. And we probably won't going forward because we have two different ideas about what pro-black is. But was I right when I called her out of her name? No, I wasn't. As a man, I'm supposed to be better than that, regardless of whether I agree or disagree with the sister. Did I let some things get the better of me that day? Yes, I did. And I shouldn't have. And I'll be the first to come out and admit that I did wrong and I need to make amends. You see, that's called courage. A lot of you niggas don't have that. That's another reason why you're mad at me. You call me a simp because you're weak. So I made it right with Miss Chantel by issuing her a public and humble apology. And then I moved on. The Black Knight is not without mistakes. I'm not some infallible person floating around in the sky in a black cape. I'm not without fault, and I'm not without mistake. But I can be a man and be man enough and have the courage to face my mistakes, own up when I'm wrong, and make things right. That's the difference between me and a lot of you niggas, and why you don't like me, and why some people want to tear me down. Because you wish you had the intestinal fortitude I had. You wish you had the strength I had. You wish you was built strong like me. You wish you can be half the man I am. Some women don't like me because they wish their husbands was like me. They wish their boyfriend was as strong as me. Now understand something. I don't talk in the third person, but I thought it would be fun for this podcast. The Black Knight doesn't walk around thinking that he's perfect. The Black Knight doesn't walk around thinking that he can save everyone. But I'll tell you how he does think. He does think that he gonna do his best to try to save every woman that he can, right? Now, some people will say, well, you're a damn fool. I guess I'm a fool then. I think you a fool for not giving a shit. I think you niggas are fools for turning on black women. I think you niggas are fools for blaming single black mothers, who are all we really have. I think you niggas are fools. So, what are the shortcomings? We just talked about some of the shortcomings. Getting stabbed in the back, getting set up. Do you know I was set up by some women? The very women that I protect, some of them set me up. And do you know that my toughest opposition has come from some black women who have tried to cut my name down and cut down my reputation, thinking that they know me simply because something didn't go their way. I faced that too. I faced brothers who couldn't wait for the smallest infraction made by me so they can come and say, see, I told you, he ain't what he said he was. I told you he was a fake. He was a phony. I've weathered all of that, and I will continue to weather all kinds of stuff like that because I am who I say I am. I'm the real deal. There is no other shoe that's going to drop. This is who I am. I really do love black women. My love for them is absolutely real. And my protection for them is absolutely real. Now I understand some of you are going to say, Oh, that nigga's lying. He didn't protect me. When motherfuckers was ganging up on me and cussing me out and calling me all out my name, where was the Black Knight? I was there. This platform, I can do a lot for you on this platform. Other people's platforms, I can do but so much. Especially on RBR's platform. There's nothing you can do over there. I don't care what you do over there. It's never going to stop over there because he's a lunatic. So if you're looking for something over there, you're asking for a lot. But the shortcomings, are they enough to stop me from loving Black women? Nope. Are they enough to turn me against Black women? Nope. Are they enough for me to sit out here and start talking about Black female fuckery? Nope. Is it enough to sit out here for me to start bashing single Black mothers? Nope. Is it enough to stop me from doing anything? Hell no. It comes with the territory. There's always going to be somebody upset. Even in the face of extreme righteousness, somebody is going to be upset because some people, regardless of whatever it is, they only think about themselves. And they become so out of touch with reality that they actually believe that they exist on this planet alone. And that everybody around them are only here to serve one purpose, and that is to validate them. Yeah, some people actually think about that. Some people actually think like that. Yeah. Some people have the, just the sheer audaciousness to think that way. And I tell you, man, I've had people tell me all kinds of crazy shit. Check this out. Have you ever tried to give somebody something good and they're so messed up, right, that they don't even know how to tell you that they don't want it? Like you say, hey, I have something for you, and it's good. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I understand it's good and everything, but you see, I got this thing going on over here, and last night the radio was playing, and it started raining and lightning hit, and all the power went out. And this morning, when I woke up, I realized I was cold and hypothermia set in and everything. And I was looking for something good this morning, and you wasn't around, so I think it's a little bit too late right now. What? How about people who don't know how to tell you no? They don't want to help you. I'd rather you just flat out tell me no, you don't want to help me, than to give me some lame ass round and about bullshit ass excuse why you don't want to help. And you know what kills me? I put people to the test, and they don't know I'm putting them to the test. But a lot of people who say in these conversations, where are the solutions? We need to help each other. We need to do this, we need to do that. Okay, fine. Then I ask that person later on for help with a project, right? and you can hear a construction site falling apart. Seriously, you can hear the beams falling down, the equipment being knocked over, bricks falling and shit. Hey man, look, I got this project I'm doing. Okay? I'm writing something. I need somebody to play a couple of parts. Just want to hear that. Well, I can't, man. I don't know about making that commitment. And it's just that, 220 years ago, when I was, playing the piano, one of the keys fell out and I missed the note and I got kicked out of the recital. And that was the last commitment that I made. And I try not to make commitments. And I really don't know if I can control myself from a compulsive eating. I mean, seriously? Just tell me no. What a crock of shit. I mean, some of you people have made me go back to the dictionary to look up certain basic words that I thought I knew all my life, like the word phony, fake. I had to go back and reread the definitions to see they didn't add some shit. Shout out to the Queen, my aunt. I mean, the phony shit. Yo, hey man, you will never do this project. Well, yesterday I had a birthday party and the dog got sick, and we was walking down the street and we got a slip and fall. We trying to sue this company and we can't really make a commitment because we was talking about going to the movies to see H&R Puff and stuff. What? Just say no. You know why I think they can't say no? Because they're fake. And they really don't want to help you. They really don't like you. They're only staying around you because you provide a source of entertainment. And they don't want to be real enough to tell you that. Okay? You think I don't know that I entertain some folks? You think that I know some people that surround me are just using me? Even though my platform is small, they're still using it. And they really don't rock with me like that. You think I don't know that? I'm older than most of you. You think you're doing something that I've never seen before? Some of you, I can be your father. You're not running any new game on me. And some of you don't even know what the hell you're doing. You don't even know how to hide it. Some of you are not good at being liars. And you really need to stop because you're an open book. Okay? But it's social media. I've learned to accept a certain degree of phoniness. I've learned to accept a certain degree of fakeness. Like people that I support, right? I notice that they don't support me. Now, riches don't really mean, much to me. Okay? But they mean a lot to other people. Okay? So I give plenty of people riches on my channel. Some riches I had to take back because some people was tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I like people to feel a part of the Ebony Star family. Even if they don't believe in what we're doing. Okay? I've gone to other people's channels and I see exactly how they feel about me because I don't have a wrench. That tells me right there, they know who I am. They know exactly who I am. And they let me know when I go to their platform, right? And I talk to them on their panels. And when I see my name in the chat, it is not wrenched up, they let me know how they feel about me. So I know who rocking with me, who not rocking with me. know what I'm saying? And we got phonies over here, okay? I got people who shit on my platform, use my platform to promote other people's platforms, and won't drop my link nowhere. And they think I don't know that they're doing it. But I'm cool. I ain't gonna say nothing. I got people who will drop other people's shit in my chat, but won't take my link and drop it no fucking where. It's like they come here to use my platform to promote other people, but won't take my platform and promote it elsewhere. Now, I'm a hated black man on YouTube, right? Hated. Even though I haven't done anything that the men who should be hated on here done. I've never done nothing like Kevin Samuels done. I've never did anything like RBR's done. I've never did anything about none of these motherfuckers. But yeah, I'm fucking hated. Motherfuckers don't want to roll with me. They don't want to build with me. They can't fucking stand me. They don't like my stance. And the shit is absolutely corny. Oh, I can't build with you, Max, because you think the black woman could do no wrong. Oh, I can't build with you, Max, because you got a problem with swirlers. Oh, I can't build with you, Max, because you call Kelly Ray a dog chaser. Oh, I can't build with you, Max, because I'm not pro-black. Now, I know I'm pro-black. I've been pro-black since I was born. I keep trying to tell people real pro-blackness, it's not a movement. It's something that you are. It's your identity. It's a part of you. It's something that you live every day. It's not something you need to wave a red flag about. Okay? So, I know I'm pro-black, right? But people have made their own mind up about pro-blackness. And why have they done that? Because they have a weak constitution. Everything about them is weak. Their stances are weak. Their thoughts are weak. Their beliefs are weak. Nothing about them is strong. And so when you are weak like that, you can be influenced by, hell, you can be influenced by Donald Duck. Donald Duck can go out here talking about some quack, 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 and you be on some, yeah, black power, quack, 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 quack. Like, what was that? You heard me. Is that a Donald Duck supremacist talking point? Yes, it is a Donald Duck supremacist talking point. Are you saying Donald Duck is practicing duck supremacy? Yes, he is practicing duck supremacy. Can't you hear it? Quack, 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 quack. Well, what does that actually mean? Well, the quack, 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 quack means. Shout out to Charlie. Hey, y'all need to stop bothering me while I'm in the middle of my rant. Okay, so the quack, 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 quack means black on black. And the quack, quack means crime. So are you saying that Donald Duck is saying black on black crime? Absolutely. So when you hear Donald Duck go quack, 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 he's talking about black on black crime. We say white supremacist, duck supremacist talking point. And so when you hear a nigga running around here talking about some quack, 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 they're speaking of white supremacist, duck supremacist talking point. They're saying black on black crime. And some of you are just weak like that. Running around here making up these crazy ass titles and shit. Blackistan. The fuck are you talking about? Blackistan. Have any of you ever been to Afghanistan? Never been out this country, never really visited Afghanistan or any of these third world countries where hell has broken loose. It has continued to break loose. You've never been to these countries. You don't know what you're talking about. You've never been to Beirut. You've never been to Afghanistan. You don't even know what's going on over there. So to compare black society to some place like Afghanistan, you got to screw loose. Quack, 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 quack. You understand? I'm running around here making up these crazy ass titles. Fuck's wrong with you? Why you want to show everybody that you're losing your goddamn mind? Let me tell you something, man. It used to be a shame. It used to be shameful, right? To show people how crazy you were. When I was growing up, nobody wanted to be known as crazy. Nobody, that was a shameful thing. You didn't want people to know that you were out of your damn right state of mind. Because back then, we loved to barbecue and have house parties. We wore bell bottoms and we played records on our record player. Our record players were portable with handles on them and shit. Some even came in superhero decorations. I had a record player that had the Hulk on it. And I could set up anywhere where there was a plug and play my favorite album. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know we really, really got the groove. Any fucking way where there was a plug. You couldn't fuck with me. I throw that motherfucker on so quick and do a goddamn split in the motherfucking platforms. Well, not platforms and shit. I wasn't on no goldfish shit. But I do a split in them goddamn bell bottoms. So today you don't have no problem letting people know that you've got several screws loose. Not just one, but hell, the whole goddamn frame falling down. When people walk by you, you sound like a fucking squeaking scaffolding. Seriously, you could be standing still. Motherfuckers here scaffolding about to fall. Like, what the fuck is that? Did you hear all that fucking swinging metal? Where the hell is that coming from? Yeah, you got screws falling. You know, sheetrock falling out. Guys have fucking lost it. Now, growing up, when I was growing up, you had coons everywhere, right? I mean, you know, I'm not saying that coons is something new or some shit. Sell out something new. You know what I'm saying? But back then, you know, they was on some Kumo D shit. Man, we got the black man selling out the black man for the other man. Back then we had a bunch of bullshit niggas, right? We still got them today, but back then they was on shit like this. Like, when you knew a nigga was full of shit, when he said some shit like this, hey man, what's going on today, man? My brother, it's the mathematics of the Asiatic queen back in the Queen of Sheba days in Africa, my nigga. Okay, he full of shit. So you move on to the next motherfucker. You don't stand there talking to a motherfucker like that. You go to the next nigga, right? Yo, man, what's going on today? My nigga, it's the African that is the man that makes the black man what he is, and let him know that like the choo choo, he think he can, he think he can, he think he can. You okay, he full of shit. We kept it moving. We didn't sit there and soak that bullshit up and get drawn into it and start coming up with cockamamie shit like Blackistan. Problem with you niggas today, y'all sit there, not only do you listen to it, you internalize it. And so now the motherfucker who sound like this, yeah, my nigga, the African with the Queen of Sheba was over there smoking herb from the earth, and the man arrested them. Now, what does the man got to do with arresting you for dealing with the earth, man? Who does that man think he is, man? You start believing that shit. Then you start sounding like this. Man, that's some deep shit. You telling the truth, my nigga. You the only one around here telling the truth. 99% of everybody else is lying, nigga. You telling the truth, motherfucker. Nigga, that's that shit. Nigga, kick that spill, nigga. The white man ain't got no business arresting the motherfucker for smoking the earth, nigga. The earth is free, my nigga. That's what's wrong with you niggas now, man. Y'all listening to these crazy ass niggas. Okay? And because of that, many of you have lost your goddamn mind. And you become so weak that you can't stand on shit. You become that fucking record player that I used to have when I was a kid. That had a handle on it. And you ready to plug that shit in anywhere there's a socket. So you can play that same old fucking record over and over and over again. It's called sellout. And so in closing, I'm about to drop the link here in a minute. Hold on, I'm frozen. Let me go out and come back in. Dame.
Yes.
I'll be right back. I'm frozen.
All right. Whew. Well, the history of the Evidence Star Network, the nature of the Black Knight, well, so have y'all learned something new today? Do y'all have a clear picture of the Black Knight? Who he is? Hey, Vet. All right. Yeah. I see y'all here.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Yeah, so in closing, before I drop the link, has it become challenging to protect Black women on social media? Yes, it has. I'm not going to say it hasn't been without its challenges on both sides. But because I'm not a spooky ass Negro, I'm not going to run with my tail between my legs at the sign of adversity. We are Black people, and we have to fight through whatever it is that we have to fight through. If half of you niggas would understand that and stand and fight rather than being a coward and trying to live up under the white man's boot, we'd be much better off. Nobody's running me anywhere. I don't care what you niggers think. 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 I don't care what But some of the stuff that the sisters say do hurt. I ain't gonna lie about that because I love them the most. So some of the stuff they say do cut a little deep because I love them so much, and I do this for them, regardless of what they think my status is or how they feel. But I'm not a perfect individual. I'm not infallible. I'll do my best. You got that every time. I'll do my best. But sometimes I'm going to falter. I'm just not built to win all the time. Nobody is. Sometimes we lose. And when we lose, all we can do is get back up and start winning again. You feel me? So, with that being said, they ain't dropped the link. I'm at the end of my rants. The line is open, y'all. Y'all can come on up. We can engage in conversation. We want to talk about the topic. We can do that too. The mic is now open. The link is in the chat. Well, Dame Charlene. Charlene.
Hello, Max.
So what did y'all think? Where did Charlene go? She's still up here?
Yeah. She might be occupied.
So what you think about the rant there, Dame?
I think it was good. But I think you need to clarify. You didn't call Miss Chantel out her name. You call her a demon. And you apologize for that. People keep thinking every time you say that you're saying that you curse words or calling her a B or H or something like that. That's something you never have done. Yeah. And well, I think Max did good with his rant and what he wanted to convey, especially. But not once did you hear him say that he's gonna stop protecting Black women. You know, so that's not going to change. Even though some of you guys are saying, you know, that it ain't worth it, they don't appreciate it. There will be some women who won't appreciate it, but there's plenty who do. He's not a conditional protector. He's not a conditional love. You know. Yes, Yvette, you missed the rant. You'll have to watch the replay. Yeah. That's the issue I see. There's always some kind of condition to the love, others loving Black women or protecting Black women. You know, instead of no, she's my people. I don't care. You know how she's acting. She's deserving of my protection. You know. Yeah. If your love is conditional, your protection is conditional. It's not. And then I didn't understand most of the time why it would be conditional. How would you know? How would you know if you in that conditional protection, conditional love, especially if there's an incident happening and you don't know the woman because you don't know her, you're not going to try to protect a Black woman that's in trouble or offer assistance or help. Um, you know, is she doing anything to say that, hey, I'm not deserving? And that's one good thing about Max. There's no condition, no tit for tat. If he's gonna help you, he helps you. You know, if you need protection, he's gonna protect you. Shoot, you don't even have to ask. If he sees where you need protection, he's gonna protect you. Mm-hmm. Same thing with, with the love. It's not conditional. You know, he can disagree with you, might not even like the way you do things or live things, but he still believes you deserve love. Mm-hmm. And that he's gonna love you. Yeah, I know, cause I don't be agreeing with Max. Shooks, I argue with him a lot of times. I drive him nuts, but he loves me like a sister. He protects me, even protect me from myself. He sees I'm going down the wrong way, or that I'm about to fall in a hole or something. He lets me know. He tries to steer me away, or let me know, or just yank me out of the way. And he tries to do this from a long distance. hmm So he saw that black women in YouTube needed protection. He was seeing these crazy things happening, black women getting attacked, you know. But he's on other people's platform and stuff like that. He'll go in on them, tell them about themselves. Tell them they're wrong, they're disrespectful, all this stuff. But hey, this is another person's platform. There's only so much you can do, and the most he could do is when you're dealing with that. After if he confronts the person or the man in some cases, is to tell the woman, I don't think you should come back here. He's not going to change. He's going to keep disrespecting you. So he saw there was a need. So he said, well, when I do my platform, it's going to be a safe place for women, you know, so they can be themselves, so they can relax and be the women that they are. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just got back, so I heard Max rant, and I thought he addressed a lot of things and a lot of people in the space, and a lot of people with mental issues and people who come on YouTube to throw up in the space. They come and they bring all of their personal beliefs and they throw it on other people, and they come here with their hate, and some of them don't know how to reason, and nobody is saying that you can't have your argument, but we're just letting you know that you need to be open to other people's arguments, and you need to think about what you're saying ultimately, because if what you're saying doesn't reign with truth, you're going to get pushback everywhere you turn, and that should be a clear indicator that something you're saying just doesn't make sense, or you maybe need to reevaluate what you're saying. And as far as friends on social media, you can say, I it's really hard finding real people on social media. If it's hard enough to find real people in real life, it'll be 10 times much harder to find real people on social media. And I'm talking about people who you could actually trust. And at this point, I think most people are scared to be doxxed at this point, after hearing all these stories and what people are saying. The last thing you want to do is be so personable that you share like some deep information, and all of a sudden you hear people airing out your laundry or doing shady stuff. I think that's the last thing anybody wants. But as I think it's really hard to find a friend on social media. You just have to wait and see, based on people's actions, based on what they say and how they live their life. As they say, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm. You're right. It's, shout out to Say It Ain't So. At the time that my platform has been sabotaged, it's been by people who were supposed to be cool with me. Right? And so when you have people that you think are your friend, your guard is down. You're not expecting them to do outrageous things. Then they come up on your platform and they do the unthinkable. Now you're stuck between the rock and the hard place. That's what happened in the Taz situation. I didn't expect him to do what he did. You know, and it kind of blew everything all up at once. You know. So has it been shaky at times protecting Black women on social media? Yeah, but again, there's nothing that's going to stop me from, loving Black women or turning against Black women or anything like that, regardless of what people say and what they try to do. So what you think of the rant, Charlene?
I thought it was good. You addressed a lot of people. Maybe you missed what I said. You addressed a lot of fakes, a lot of foes, a lot of people with complicated messages, who gets pushed back and they don't want to rethink their message. They're not open to other people's arguments, and nobody is saying you got to change what you're saying. But if you have a lot of people giving you pushback, maybe you should reevaluate what you're putting out there. And yeah, that's why, and it's hard to find a friend on YouTube or in these spaces because a lot of people are like playing pretend, like they could be anything they want to be on YouTube. This is a social platform. You don't really see me in my real life. So on here, people could pretend to be whoever they want to be.
I messed up the duck scenario. I meant to say duck on duck crime, not black on black crime. I meant to say Donald Duck was a duck supremacist sellout talking about duck on duck crime.
All right. Yeah. All right.
So we have Polo Sport here?
Yes. Hey, Polo.
So I messed that part up, y'all. Polo, what's going on, bro?
How y'all doing?
All right. And you?
Oh, man. Look, I came on here to things. First and foremost, I'm doing good, but I'm glad that y'all doing blessed and everything. But, man, Max, you are 100 and 1,000 with your stance and 10 toes down and allowing people to come here and express themselves, even if you don't often agree. As long as we can all, like you said, come to some sort of common ground.
Right.
See, the problem with us is that we create division within the Black community when somebody doesn't particularly agree with how somebody feels, and the thing that hurts me the most, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying hurt as in like a coward or being a sissy or anything like that. But anybody that's seeing all this division, tearing each other down, doing this, people like what Miss Charlene was just saying just a few minutes ago about, people with mental health issues coming here and using that as a platform to regurgitate their emotions and spill onto everybody else. Man, it's sickening. And see, what we have to come understanding and a screeching halt and also realize is that some of these people, they have an agenda, Max. they have an agenda, and what they want to do is they'll come right in, they'll creep right in and everything. And what do they want to do? The first thing they want to try to do is destroy you when they find any little thing to try to use it against you or anything like that. But what I like about what you did, my last point, is how you came on here and you said, "Hey, look, I'm human. I'm human just like anybody else. I'm not perfect in everything. We all are gonna, have butt heads. We're all gonna disagree and everything. And what did you do, Max? You left the door open,
Mm-hmm.
and that's respect right there.
That's right.
Max and Dane, Miss Charlene, everybody on here, show me love. I've been grinding heavy. One of the things that's going on with me right now is I'm trying to get my daughter into a lot of things. She's really elevating in martial arts and basketball and stuff like that. So I've been busy with my kids, busy with my wife, things of that nature. But the thing about it, Dane, Max, they can always open their platform up to me. Me and Max, we disagree a lot, but it's all love and it's all understanding. And know this, Max got a wrench on my channel.
That's right.
On my channel, and the reason why I gave him a wrench was not just because he gave me a wrench on his channel. I give people a wrench because Max, what y'all don't know, this dude, I love when this dude talks sports.
That's right. That's why I go up on your platform and spend time with you to help your platform grow and get into the sports talk. That's right. Yeah, because I know how you get that. I know you real.
Yeah,
because I can see that you real.
Yeah, I don't sit there, like I'll be on nuts, and I know we be getting on Dame nuts or we get on Miss Charlene nuts and stuff like that, but I'll be trying to get Max. Hey, we talk about sports, but that's because Max could talk about his knowledge of the game, any type of sport or anything. But anyways, I'm not gonna go down that road. But he was talking about giving people wrenches and stuff. And listen, I wouldn't even care that Max or Dame gave me a wrench. Just the fact that they even just shout me out and show me love, I really appreciate that. So all I'm saying is, man, use your haters as a stepping stone and keep on going, man. Keep on pushing. Too dang.
Yeah.
Too sharp.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. You know what, it kills me because a wrench, right? It's a simple gesture, right? Niggas can't even do that. You're gonna sit there talking about you want solutions for black people, but you can't even support a motherfucker that's supporting you. You can't even do some. You can't even show a small amount of support. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? It trips me out because I hear people say, "Yeah, black people need to do that. Black people need to do that," but you ain't really supporting black people. You know what I'm saying? Guys like RBR, he don't support nobody black. He only donate to channels that he think he can get up on the platform and spew that bullshit he's talking about. You don't support nobody. You don't give a fuck about nobody black. And a lot of these dudes don't want to support no real black because they're caught up in some old mental bullshit, some old emotional weakness that they can't get out of themselves. And they want to side with guys who want to give them some kind of platform to bash black women so they can feel good about themselves. And so they'd rather give their support to motherfucking wicked niggas like that. So, ladies, hold it down for me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Dame.
Yes.
Dame.
Yeah,
did y'all just hear me?
Yes.
Did y'all just hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hold it down for me. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, so you discover that people want wrenches as some kind of ornament or, collecting, and not understanding that, a person giving a wrench on their show is not just that, but it's also, a trust that you're helping their show by, getting rid of suspect, or trolls or people that's trying to tear down your channel or distract the chat or just in there to mess with the panel and stuff like that. you know, some people want a wrench to be protected so they can cut up and don't get kicked out. But
So,
Polo, go
uh,
ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Max means that when you get a wrench on his channel, he acknowledges your presence, or somebody acknowledges your presence on their panel or their YouTube channel, and they acknowledge you, and it's just a sign of respect, camaraderie, acceptance. I support you, you support me. You know, it is a simple gesture, and just by doing that, let you know that me and you were real close, and I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're part of the Ebony Star Network family. Yeah, that's why I tend to have hugs for everybody's wrenches because, hey, you hug your family member.
And you know what? And you know, it's a simple gesture that a lot of brothers and sisters just can't do because they're not really who they say they are. And I
Mm-hmm.
notice when I go to platforms, I see it. I said, okay, I see what this nigga is about, right? I see what this person is about. Now, some people generally, you know, it don't cross their mind. You know what I'm saying? Because they get caught up. Some people, if you ask them, they'll give it to you. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, I look at it this way. If you really on it like that, right, it'll come natural to you. See, nobody have to ask me to do nothing. I support my people regardless. Even some of the people that I don't like and I don't agree with, I've given wrenches because they're black people and I support them and I let them come on my platform even though I don't agree with them. I'm hoping because I believe that at some point we have to work this out as black people. Nobody is coming to help us, y'all. We don't have any friends. We don't have any allies. At the end of the day, we are all we got. We have to find a way to figure it out. And being at odds with each other all the time, it's not going to get it done. So I have to make some sacrifices and put some of my feelings on the back burner, okay, for the bigger picture. And there are some people in here that I don't agree with at all. But I give them wrenches and I let them come on my platform so we can try to talk out our differences. So we can try to work together as black men. Okay? I don't see a lot of that going around with other black brothers. And they got the nerve to sit up and tell me I hate black men. But I'm sitting up here supporting brothers that don't support me or anybody else black. You rather go support motherfuckers who will trash you and trash your own women and turn you against your women. You won't support me, a brother who want to build with you, who want to put aside differences to try to work with you and let's try to build something and get this thing worked out. You don't want to support that. But you're going to support motherfuckers who is trashing your mama, trashing your daughter, saying that your women's lives don't have any goddamn value because you weak. And you want to know why I don't like niggas. You got to know to come over here talking about, well, you don't like your brothers. Them ain't my brothers. Let's get that straight right now. My brothers don't do that. My brothers don't go around here trashing black women, talking about black women's lives don't have any damn value, working against black people. No brother of mine does shit like that. So let's get that straight right now. Those are not my brothers. I'll be right back.
I never really like, when you talk about niches, like there'll be people that come to my channel and they'll ask me for a wrench and stuff. But Dame and Max, they helped me. That I had to allude to this right here. They said this one time. They were like, you can't just be giving anybody a wrench. And we can't just. We got to know that you solid and you really are, about our platform or about supporting us and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? I said I had to say the same thing. So at least we identify with each other. Now, when I went to other people's platforms and stuff, and I don't have a wrench, I really didn't. I mean, it didn't really offend me that much or anything like that. But I can identify with what Max is saying about like, okay, you give the person that might have came to your platform a wrench because they come there from time to time, but then you go to their platform and then you don't have a wrench there. Okay, then you are gonna feel some type of way. Now, me, luckily for me, I'm just strong enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna still come to Blase platform and still support them regardless. And then next thing you know, what do you see, Dame and Miss Charlene and Max? You see that they have a wrench there. But what is I mean, what is the deal with people wanting it though? They advocate for a wrench so much. Like I think Charlene had just said just a few minutes ago, or Dame, they said it's like a badge of honor. Or what did you allude to? Because it's not really a big. Some people see it as a real big deal, man, and it's not really
Because
that
you,
big.
you really can't just give wrenches to anybody. Because if you're as big as Cynthia G, you only want a few key people or like a handful of people to have wrenches.
Yeah, yeah. Each platform is different, but I notice on the big ones, there's just a few key people that are people that's been with them from the beginning, or they had vetted and they
Okay,
showed
I'm
that
back.
yes, they're trying to help the channel grow.
No, no, I don't give wrenches to anybody. Only certain key people. People who say that they are supporting black people, people who say that they want solutions. So I test them out. I've tested a lot of people. Um, I've got some of the most awful responses I've ever heard before. I mean, how are you gonna? If somebody asks you, if I say to somebody, I got something that I want you to help me with. If you don't want to help me, just say you don't want to help me. Don't go into this long ass diatribe about you met Bugs Bunny and he stole your cotton and y'all got into it with Donald Duck and them and all. Just say you don't want to help. See, people got me pegged wrong. I don't have a problem if that is your honest feeling. If you don't want to help because that's what you feel in your heart, I
Okay. Hey, Rodney Mallory.
I'm sorry. Did I
Mm-hmm.
mute myself?
Yeah.
But don't sit up here and blow smoke up my ass and pretend that you're cool with me. Simply because you find my platform entertaining. And you ain't really here to help nobody do nothing because you really don't like the platform. You're just waiting for an opportunity to shut it down. Some people have come to this platform and have walked away with a bunch of content and have made shows. And I didn't say anything. I've had people make shows offer the shows that we had. I didn't say nothing. They went and, used my talking points as their own, made their own arguments, didn't say a word. I ain't got a problem with it. I mean, if I can teach you something or you can go away with something that can help you out, I'm all for it. But don't sit up here and tell me that you want solutions. You're looking for solutions when you're the main person that's out here going against black people. One thing I hate to do is block somebody black. I really hate that. I really don't want to block anybody black. But some of you cats, man, you just don't get it. You don't realize that mindset that you got is destructive, it's poisonous, and it's infectious. And I don't want that over here. You know, I got Randy SoCal, who's trying hard to get blocked over here. I let him come over here, voice his opinion. He cusses me out, call me all kinds of simps and everything. But I'm cool with that. Eventually, we can move past that. You know, maybe we can have a conversation one day. I've let him on the panel. What has he done? He's come up here and showed his ass. But people say I hate black men. People say I hate my brothers. I gave them brothers the other day an opportunity to come up here and express themselves. When I did the thing, what was the show I did the other day? They had the 10 people on the panel about the black mothers abusing them. Okay, where is Dame at? Am I coming in, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking. I forgot I mute myself.
Yeah. So you did that panel yesterday, well, like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and so I let them brothers come up and express themselves, so that they can have an opportunity to show black people something different. That listen, we can have a conversation. We can try to work this thing out, right? Even though they were on that panel expressing themselves and saying all kinds of crazy shit, they're still accusing me of hating black men, even though they were on the panel expressing themselves. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. I let you come on my panel, speak your mind, and you take a shot at me. And we got to stop doing that. We got to start trying to work through all of this, you know, this crazy notion about, you know, black mothers ain't shit. We got to stop doing that. We got to, at some point, have a tough conversation and start working these things out. And so when I give you opportunities to come on this platform and speak your piece, why don't you try to show black women something different? Rather than show them something that they're used to, where they're constantly seeing you in a bad light. Why don't you want to change that at some point? I don't know about you, brothers, but I won't want black women to look at me every day like I ain't nothing but a piece of shit. That would bother me too much. Don't you want to show them something different? Don't you want to show them that you can handle up, that you can measure up, that you can stand up? Why do you keep using valuable opportunities to show them that you are the worst of the worst and that you are the lowest of the low? Why do you keep doing that? At some point, you got to stop that. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we don't have any allies. We are all we got. So we have to get it together. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We have to save each other. We have to save ourselves. I yield the mic.
Yes, sir. I wholeheartedly, totally agree.
What's good, man?
Hey, Polo, what's going on, my brother?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
I'm blessed, brother.
Oh, that's good to hear. How's everybody else on the panel? Dame, Charlene?
What else? What's going on, brother? What's up, my
What's
brother?
up? I'm good.
I could doing fine.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm just, listening, to the rant and everything. But you're right, Max. We're all we got. You know what I'm saying? We just have to have patience with our people. You know what I mean? It takes a special person to have that type of patience. And I wouldn't go so much as far as to say tolerance, but you know what I mean? If you really love your people and you really believe in your people, then, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to have to go through the unnecessary package of the BS and everything that comes along with it. But you know what? You're there. You're steadfast because you love your people. You love yourself. You love your mother. You love your father. You love your brothers and you love your sisters. So I hear you, Max. Sometimes I wish I could have some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. But you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, if you say what you say and you put everything on display, big respect I got for you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, they trying to make me turn against black men. It ain't gonna never happen. You know, y'all trying to turn me, whoever out there trying to shame on you because it ain't gonna happen.
Yo, I've been like following your channel for what, 2.5, 3 years? And David, and every time they've been doing it, it's been a failed attempt, man. Like, don't they get it?
Because I am who I say I am. Y'all think that you see a lot of y'all out here running gimmicks. I ain't running no gimmick. This is who I am.
Still standing, man. They can't stand you still standing, man. And it angers even more.
Yeah. You know, Polo, I said this channel and this platform has stood the test of time.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw when you said that.
You know, I mean, Max would know more what goes on behind the scenes. I mean, we might get the trickle down stuff that, you know, we're privy to, you know what I mean? But he knows what goes on behind the scenes, and trust me, man, hey, man, he could do it. You know what I mean? A guy like me, man, I probably would have been like, you know what? Let me walk away from this for a minute. But maybe he's showing us, he's showing me, like, this is what you do if you're with your people. Because like you said, no friends. We got no friends. It's just us. We ain't got justice out here. You understand? They say justice is blind. Hell no. I beg to differ.
If you got a problem with black women on my channel, look, hey, you better go somewhere. Now, I don't mind you know, your preference and everything, but you're not gonna disrespect a black woman. You're not gonna disrespect black folks again, because we got people that don't even like their own culture.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not saying you gotta be pro-black. You know, so I'm not gonna mess with you or anything like that. But don't disrespect your own culture.
And see, my thing, Polo, is how can some of these men say, yo, we black man, save yourself, black man. It's all about the black man. The black man's perfect. Yeah,
Right.
you know, you with some, you know, damn Free Willy or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Talking about, yo, black this, black that, man. Go sit your ass down.
Right.
So, and you're right. If you got a preference, hey, that's your business. That's not mine. But just don't go disrespecting black women. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. And I heard something about, you know, them saying stuff about, you know, Dame and she not standing up for herself and all this other stuff. Man, listen, Dame is a real one. I done seen Dame check a few motherfuckers on her. Excuse my language.
Nah. I heard Dame check a couple people too. I'm like, oh shit, go on, Dame.
You already know, man. So I
didn't know Dame had it in her to do. Yeah, I'm like, all right, I ain't messing with Dame. No.
Get out of line, man. Yeah, she gonna go Dame Dollars on you. You know what I'm saying?
Dame Dollars. Yo, we got a new name for you, Dame. Dame Dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, Dame might be a little sweet, quiet, yeah, you know, but you know what I'm saying? Don't get that messed up.
And Charlene too.
Oh yeah, Charlene's cool. I like her show, man. Have you ever tuned into her show, Polo?
I haven't, man. See,
come on, man.
You know, I'll pull up.
All right, well, you need to pull up on one of her shows, man. Really good stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, relationship talk with Charlene.
Okay.
That's the title of her. Well, that's the name of her show.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. So okay. Since your show is about sports and you have a daughter, what do you think about, you know, your daughter or women in certain sports? Because like Max has a thing about, you know, no combat sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Women shouldn't be in combat sports. And
okay, here's my thing. I'm gonna take myself off the head. Am I coming through clear? I'm just making sure.
You kind of low.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me get off. Okay, can you hear me better now?
A little bit.
Okay, I kind of got an echo.
Oh yeah. You good now? You
But,
good now?
okay. Now look. Okay, my my daughter, she's in martial arts and everything. Now, at her stage right now, because my daughter is 5 and she's in the Little Dragons, they don't put hands on each other. They're not putting on the gear yet and everything. However, they want her to move up to another level once she finish her testing and everything. And so then that's when it becomes where she'll have to be, put to the test where she could put on the gear and things of that nature. But see, what I'm saying is that like this, okay? Um, you have to monitor your children, regardless. I don't care what sport it is, and I don't care if it's a female or a little boy or whatever. The reason why I put my daughter in martial arts and put her in sports, things of that nature, is because that's what's gonna possibly keep them out of trouble, and then also have them something to do. And it also, like I said, it goes back to the discipline aspect of things. Now, I understand what people are saying as far as the CTE aspect, because I have several friends that unfortunately they haven't told me that they have CTE, but they have nightmares, and they often, you could hear how they slur their speech and stuff like that. And these are one was a football player, and one he did MMA, you know. And then you have people in the army and stuff like that, but they've been doing it since they were young. They've been doing it since they were young. But I'm just gonna monitor her, me and my wife and everything. But as far as the longevity aspect, though, Dame, I pray that nothing takes place, because, as far as her playing football and put my son in football, that's not going to be the first thing, because I don't want nothing to happen to their brain. But if my son comes to me and says, "Hey, Daddy, I would like to play football," or something like that, I'm just gonna lay everything out, just like my mom, sort of like how my mom said when said to my mom, "Okay, hey," I started asking her about sex and all this other stuff, because my pops went around like that. She started pulling out everything about STDs and all this other stuff. This is what's gonna happen and stuff like that. So it's you got to kind of do the same thing with that, in terms of the consequences, the long term consequences of what could potentially take place when you play a sport like football. Because I was a hooper. I didn't play. I played football 1 year.
Thank you, Polo. I was just curious, about it, because you know how fathers see things, especially when they're trying to protect their daughters or their children, period. But uh, um, the protection of daughters, because you know, uh, I was, you know, some of the issues that some of these men have with black women,
Hmm.
their fathers put into them, you know that to take care of things, because they didn't see enough good men out there, and there's a chance their child might not find one, but in the meantime she gotta live life and do things, you know and how each one did it differently. My grandfather's idea of protecting uh, my mother when she went off to college was to give her brass knuckles and a switchblade. Some people would be like, well, that's kind of extreme, but in his mind, that's what she was going to need to protect. She knew he already taught her how to handle a gun, but she couldn't bring a gun to campus.
Right, but now you can.
Oh, you can? Shoot,
Yeah,
okay.
you can, as long as you have your LTC, because you know all of the campus shootings and stuff like that that have taken place,
Uh,
and school shootings.
mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
still looking for brass
You know, in
knuckles.
Dallas, in Dallas, they were throwing chairs at a substitute teacher, and they were jumping him and stuff. I don't know if you heard about that, Dane, in Hassan, in Charlene.
I can't say I have until just now. Wow.
Yeah, they were literally throwing chairs at a substitute teacher, like not no little chairs. These were like sixth graders, like
A substitute teacher?
trying to
Wow.
jump him.
Did they get
Ooh.
expelled? They should have got expelled.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is atrocious. Atrocious behavior. Where they get that from? And the audacity of them.
Mm-hmm.
And usually with a substitute, they don't play those type of games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why would you? That's a human being who came here to teach you something.
Yeah. Well, I never seen it that far, but they deal with certain things. I guess it depends on the school and the situation. But I've had kids throw like pieces of their erasers at me. Uh, Usually I have to scare the crap out of them. I say, okay, you gonna push me to where I ain't gonna care about this job, and I'm gonna lay hands on you. They said, you can't do that. The police will be called. I said, by the time the police got here, I'm going to sure as heck make my money work. The teacher's not going to let you do that. I said, the way y'all behave and stuff like that, the teachers will be like, oh, no, Miss Frank, stop. You can't do that. You're going to go to jail. But they're not going to, they ain't going to stop me from getting some, swatting you or getting some licks in. I said, yeah, let me give them. Let me give the police evidence that I lay hands on you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they usually figure, don't trip off Miss Frank's crazy.
Damn dollars.
So so they don't push it. They do push the envelope, but they don't push it to that far. So when I'm raising my voice to a certain level, there's a voice that says, "Oh, and you reached the level crazy. One more inch." But I'm straying into storytelling. Okay, back to the protecting Black women. Max, well, Max always says that there shouldn't be any conditions when you're
Dane?
protecting Black women. Because we got some in here where if she's acting like a bee, or she's doing this, or she's acting like a prostitute, she ain't deserving of my protection and stuff like that. What do you think of these conditional protections? Hassan? Polo?
I'm sorry. I was eating a slice of pizza.
I'm
But
still
no,
here.
no, no.
I had to
But
do something real quick.
it
Sorry
seems
about
to
that.
me they're mad because you know why? Deep inside, those that are conditional with their so-called protection, they have an agenda. And if they have an agenda and they know it, then they know they're defected. And see, Max stands on principle. It doesn't matter if she divested. It doesn't matter if she's this. Doesn't matter if she's that. Doesn't matter if she's a feminist. She's still a Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just on the strength of that, I got a duty.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can't tell these boneheads that. Because like I said, they have an agenda. And they've been exposed. They ain't about nothing. They ain't about protecting the goddamn thing. So when they see a man like Max, they get intimidated. And that's due by their own insecurities. That's not Max's problem. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of our men nowadays, like, okay, everybody wanted to shit on or to shit on Arnold about what she came, about her talking about the emasculation of the black male. Well, it's the truth. I mean, look at who's raising our kids, and it goes back to that. Now, Hassan had touched on a good point about them being intimidated by a man who stands on principle, who stands on his, and how Max was alluding to, the quack theory, fall in line with every. No, we don't have no more leaders, no more, Hassan. We don't have no more leaders in our community. So when they see a guy like a Hassan, when they see a guy like a Brother Speak, when they see a guy like Polo, when they see a guy like Max, even when they see some of our women, because women are warriors too, they got to understand that women, the queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard. So when they see, our black brothers and sisters, melanated brothers and sisters standing for something 10 toes down, they are intimidated by that, and they'll do anything that they can to destroy you.
And what did they say in chess polo? Protect the queen.
Exactly. I thought you were about to say, think 2 to 3 steps ahead, but
Oh no, well that too, but protect the queen. That's the main thing with chess. You protect
yeah,
the queen,
that's
not the
fact.
bishop, not the pawn, the queen.
Okay.
So like I said, man, you could call us simps how you want to, but like I said, run up on Hassan, run up on Big Max, run up on one of our daughters, run up on one of our mothers, run up on one of our aunties, our
Right.
sisters, any women in our family. You best protect her. And if I don't see you protect her, man, I'm gonna speak up and say something about it, because
Mm,
that's our duty and our obligation, our responsibility to do that.
indeed.
So I have a question. Why do you guys think that lots of these spaces they get all this attention for bashing women or degrading black women?
Um, I said last week, you know what I mean? It was a shame that a lot of these so-called brothers, well, they're males, okay? That's for one. They have a bond. They all have an internal disdain for black women. For what reason, I don't know. But they can all hear trash and be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, it makes them feel good about themselves because they're little to insignificant to nothing in the grand scheme of things, okay? So when they hear this, they feel like somewhat empowered. They're like, yeah, he feel my struggle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's when this brotherhood comes in, or this so-called brotherhood where, we need each other. Really? So, like they could sit there and have all these numbers, but when it comes to like, trying to get a business or, come up with like, a show how to build raw material or try to make things from raw material or even gardening or vegetation, you don't get those type of numbers. But when you want to disparage and dog black women, oh, you're gonna get numbers, you're gonna get cash apps, you're gonna get all these opinions. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
They want somebody. They want people to agree. Like, okay, birds of a feather flock together. Okay, if I'm sitting here and like I think Queen Ma she said something that was important. She said that a lot of people don't be in her chat or something like that. She said she can't get 24 people. I'm like this. As long as I got 2 or 3 solid people standing 10 toes down with me that are in agreement to doing something positive, like Hassan said, that's fine. But guess what though, Charlene? Guess what? There's gonna be about 50 people when you do something evil, when you do something destructive, when you try to tear down a black woman, when you try to call her out a name, when you degrade her, when you say I can't stand her, stuff like that. Look how many people follow you. You know why? Because that negative vibe, that's contagious. And guess what? Y'all gonna end up destroying each other, not realizing that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have, like I said, I'd rather have like 10 people, 5 to 10 people with me that are doing something positive. Every now and then you're gonna have somebody that's gonna try to destroy. What do? We eradicate them, get rid of them real quick.
Oh yeah. And you're right, brother. 2 or 3 people or 9 people in the chat. It ain't really so much about the numbers because those are real people that are listening. Those are real people that's gonna support. You don't need no fair weather support, man. You know what I mean? That's where all the big numbers come in. That's that could be deceptive.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, I like to call them Facebook friends because hey, guess what, brother Hassan and sister Charlene and Dane, if I pass away right now, right, is all the people that are my subscribers, all them people that are on Facebook, all them people that are ID, you think they gonna be at my funeral?
I mean, if I can make it, cool. But,
you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But
I send my prayers. I send my prayers and condolences out to the family, man. I'm gonna keep it real.
Are they gonna be there? Are they gonna fly where I'm at if I'm in the hospital or something like that, or if something happened to my family or something? No, they ain't gonna be there.
Right.
They just want, So you got to watch out who's in your circle.
Right. Now, people will say, "Oh, it's just YouTube, it's just Facebook." Yeah, I mean, but it's used by real people. Okay, it's realer than all outside. So this is a real space. We're just trying to get constructive conversation going and everything like that. You're right. I'll be of whatever support that I could be. If I can go to your home going, God forbid if you pass, I'll be there. But if I can't make it, I'll send my prayers out, man. That's just as good.
No, I think if you grow like a huge following and a connection, I think people will come out and fly you and come meet you. Or if they're in the same city or town as you, they would.
Right. I mean, I'm in Boston. I mean, some of y'all are in California, some of y'all in Texas, New Orleans, or wherever. You know what I mean? But we can still connect and have a conversation, which I think is cool.
Right. But see, y'all got that mentality. Charlene, you got that mentality. Hassan got that mentality. Dame got that mentality. But 9 times out of 10, some of these people, like when we was just talking about a whole bunch of people, following you, like 50-something people, all this other stuff. Some of the people, they just want to see drama, and some people just have intentions at the back of their mind, and they could care less about what you're going through.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I do follow you, like I've been following the Ebony Star Network, like if they're gone for a week or some change, I might be like, yo, man, where's Dame and them, man? Where's Charlene? Where's Max? After a couple weeks go by, I don't hear nothing, I'm gonna start calling.
Shoot.
On the Discord, of course, Everything all right?
Oh yeah. You did
I'm gonna make sure people are all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did. We seen it.
I'll be like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
Now, I don't do that to a lot of people. I don't do that to content creators. Not even, my number one person that I might, but hey, like I said, I've been running with y'all for a minute. So if I don't hear from y'all, out of concern, I'm gonna hit y'all up. So don't get scared. Don't get spooked out.
Yeah. Yeah, you are most consistent one, even in Discord. We see your links. Sometimes it's like this rapper passed away, that rapper passed away, and one rapper I didn't even recognize his real name, and I'm like, who is this? It's like, oh, okay, it's this person, or wait a minute, who is this person here? because some of the rappers I didn't know who they were. I heard the music, but I never knew their name. You know, and some of them were, oh no, when did he die?
Yeah. I mean, it's sad, you know, but I'm like, damn, like these were groups that we used to listen to. Now I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about K Slay.
Oh, him too. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
damn, okay. Like that caught me off guard. Like, what?
Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey died too.
Yeah, that was my man. That was my
I'm
man
talking
too.
about all the
Yeah.
New York. What's up, brother? Speak.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's up,
speaking
everybody?
of
What's going on?
what's
Hey,
up, bro?
What's
Speak.
Hey, Bossy.
Hey, Charlene? Hey, Hudson. Long time no see. What's up,
Yes,
man?
sir, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm at work right now, but I saw y'all on.
Man, it's like a family reunion here, man.
Hell
We
yeah.
Long lost cousins. Just now we just back together,
Right.
man. But yeah, I was listening earlier. And like I said, it's sad that people will go after the people that defended the most because it's sad. That's what they do. That's what we do. Especially loved ones. They'll go after the people they'll take care of them the most because they feel that you know they ain't the ones that are going to abandon them or something like that.
mm-hmm.
Whereas certain people who probably cuss them out and all that stuff, at a drop of the hand, they'll respect that more, which is crazy to me. But that's how it is now. But yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seemed to be true. The closest thing I seen to that was something about a child being abused, but instead of the child saying it was the abuser, it said it was somebody totally who never abused them. And what was going on was his child felt safe enough with that person, but was scared to tell, but there was being pressure to tell. So they felt that that person who hadn't done it uh, loved them enough that won't hold it against them if they said it was them because they were more afraid of the other person, for whatever reason, And it's like, why would a child, claim it was somebody who hadn't touched them? And knowing that, it was said, the psychiatrist said it was fear, In their mind, that person loved them and would never hurt them. So they won't hurt them if they said it was them. And the fear of telling on the other, which, because sometimes the abuser use all kind of threats and it's effective, you know, and the child is afraid for that threat to come down, but something came out. So, and I wonder if sometimes it's like that.
I think it's retaliation also.
Well, yeah, some of it's retaliation. I think, you didn't protect me the way I think you should be protecting me, or you didn't stand up for me the way I think you should stand up for me, or you pissed me off, so I gotta get back at you. Mm-hmm.
why are we? But see, that's always been our mentality though. Dang, it's like
Mm-hmm.
revenge, retaliation. Instead of just trying to be like, okay, sit down, talk. They think it's weak to try to sit down and actually try to talk stuff out. Now, don't get me wrong, physicality is gonna happen, confrontation gonna happen. But man, revenge, really, that shows how weak you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and out of all the things that could be done, I guess they figure it's the one that's least likely to get them put in jail. you know, I'm gonna talk some noise about you, or I'm gonna tell a few lies on you. You know, I ain't gonna go to jail because you don't know who I really am, or you don't know where I really at, or how you gonna call the police. Yeah, I think a lot of that's the problem with social media because, hey, you're safe behind the computer, you're safe behind an avatar, so I can say some things on you, I can lie on you, or I can do all kind of things, and nothing you can do about it.
Right. I can agree with that. Add to the fact, like, again, a lot of us do have jobs. A lot of us do have families.
Mm-hmm.
That, hey, if you do something like that, yeah, you're gonna go to jail, and you're gonna lose out of income, and you might miss some time with your family.
Yeah.
However, and that's the biggest thing I think people tend to forget. Well, why they don't go after this certain person? Okay, yeah. If we had a system where dudes won't go to jail to go after some of these dudes online, guess what? A lot of people will be getting that work. They will find them and go get them. But
I mean,
you
kicking
gotta
up dust on. I'm sorry, brother. Were you trying to continue on? I'm sorry.
no.
No,
No,
I'm saying
you can
this
go ahead.
kicking up dust on social media is not idea. Okay, it's under a thing called what, cyberbullying. So you can't lose your job. Okay, you could go by whatever username you want. Okay, this was discussed before. They will know who you are, what your government name is, and they will notify your employers,
Mm-hmm.
and then your boss is going to be like, you know what? Unfortunately, Mr. Smith, we're going to have to let you go.
Yeah, they get people fired. It's not funny. That's not
Yeah.
even
No,
funny.
but oh, I'm sorry, Charlene. Go
Okay.
ahead.
No, I was just saying that's not. They get people fired. That's not even funny. That is
No,
said.
no, no. I mean, it's not funny, but then again, you know what? If that person is, causing all, doing all that, and then they lose their job, I don't feel bad for them. And why
Okay,
should
yeah,
I?
you're right. You're right. Because
Why?
they're doing
Why
bad.
should
Me
I?
neither.
They know what they
Me
were
neither.
doing. No.
I'm
I
like,
mean,
hey,
that's
you
that's
stupid
Think
enough
that
to do
about,
that
but
stuff
think
tackles
like
about
that.
that
Hey,
that goes
that's what
back
you
to the
do.
form of revenge.
Mhm.
Like some people get
Oh,
revenge
right.
that way.
There
They
you
be like,
go.
you gonna do this? Hey, I'm gonna make you lose a
Yes.
bag.
Yeah.
But
That's
if it was very, very effective, you know how many women on YouTube could press charges on those that have attacked them in channels and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's facts.
There'll be a
Right.
whole lot less content creators. There'll be a whole lot less manosphere, and all these
People,
groups
well,
that
people's
like
channel.
to attack
Hey,
women
Dave, don't forget, people's
in
channels
channels.
that got shut down. Tommy's channel got shut down because he was disrespecting black women.
Well, it was more than just
Well,
disrespecting.
I
He was
mean
doing
that,
some.
but
He was doing some extra shit,
yeah,
and
but
that's
what was he? But what was he all about though, brothers? You
yeah,
know him for disrespecting our sister.
right.
But I
I know.
thought he got shut down because women stopped coming to his channel. They stopped supporting him. They completely
Mm-mm.
shut him down.
No,
By mhm.
apparently he was something happened. I'm trying to remember what it was involving a woman. He was doing something extra. It wasn't. It was past just insulting her. It was he was doing on some stalker shit.
what?
What?
Right.
Why would he do that?
Because he's Tommy.
Just
No, as much as what we seen from him, I don't know. He has a bad representation of himself.
there's some dudes who take it too far. Like one uh Obsidian. He was stalking one of Sophia, whatever her name is. He kept stalking her, kept messing with her. It got to the point where his channel got shut down.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. I
For a
didn't
minute.
know that.
Yeah, that was way back in I want to say 2016.
Oh Lord!
Oh, okay. That was
a few years ago.
That was about a year before I got up there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's partly how the apocalypse came down, where dudes' channels were getting shut down. Part of that was because of him. He was going after this woman, and he wouldn't leave her alone. People were telling him, "Hey, dude, leave her alone. She don't want to be bothered."
As a matter of fact, I heard about that. I heard about that, bro. I definitely heard. I heard about that just recently.
Yeah.
I also heard he walks like Captain Hook, man.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah, he's on something.
All them dudes who let it happen or didn't say anything or didn't kick him out or try to stop him, they got shut down when she brought him down.
No, they were trying to stop him. They were telling him, "Hey, dude, you're doing too much. Stop." But he wouldn't stop. It's back to that whole thing what Max saying earlier. You can tell people all they want, but you really stop them from doing what they're going to do online. It's one of those things. It's like you can't stop people from what they're going to do online.
Oh, you're borging me.
I mean,
you're breaking up, brother.
But basically, yeah, Bro Speak said you can't stop them, especially not on their own platform.
Right.
But yet she was able to stop him. So what? She pressed charges, and she gave evidence that he was stalking her, or did he physically, stalked her like in person? Did he track her down
no, he
that
didn't
way?
stalk her in person. No, he didn't stalk her in person. She went to YouTube and presented it that, yeah, he won't leave me alone. So it went under, like you said, cyberbullying. And that's when he got his channel shut down. And that's when they brought all that heat on everybody. And that's when that started.
Oh, okay. So they start looking into all the cyberbullying complaints.
Yes.
Yes. Like right now.
All right,
yeah. Like you're having right now with the Black Manosphere and the Manosphere in general. Because people are doing, a lot of these people who are subscribed to these people. Sorry about that. Instead of work. They're doing so much that now you got the FBI coming through. And you got and now like with like that Brian Solar's thing, they shut down Free Speech Avenger because of that whole thing with Frank James. And now again, it's the same thing happened again. Now they're looking at everybody. If you pretty much are saying you're having saying a lot of like past just name call, just going off the deep end. Yeah, they're gonna look at your channel and you might get your stuff shut down.
Yeah,
and
I'm glad that you brought up Frank James, because now it goes beyond YouTube or your iPhone or your laptop. Now you're bringing this out into the real world, and look what happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said,
look what happens. That was
what,
a damn near. I mean, that was an act of terror right there.
Right. Thank goodness nobody got killed.
Right.
I think more people got hurt running from him than him shooting people. He only shot like 10 people, and then the gun jammed. But the fact that happened, then you coincide with some of the on the other side of the Manosphere, you had white dudes had a shooting recently. Now it's like the block is hot. So it's like you in it's not a good time to be going on some hating black women or hating women, period, at this point.
Right. And like Max says, and I agree with this 300%. You don't think black women don't got allies, man? They got more allies than meets the eye, okay? Than what our eyes can see. So we better start being careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
people tend to think they underestimate their attention. See, the thing about it is, brother Hassan, you got facts about that. They underestimate the intelligence of a woman, but they especially underestimate the intelligence of a black woman. And that right there, that's what you're not supposed to do.
Why do they think women are docile? Like we don't have a brain. Like we don't go to school. Like we
Well,
don't play
well,
business.
it's
Well,
all
that
about that Flintstone way of thinking, caveman,
That's
that
what we were
doesn't even
taught.
apply to us as black people first and foremost. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come
true.
That's
on.
what we were taught. We were taught
Yes.
that. I
And
mean,
right now they're complaining that black women are not docile. We're not
Yeah.
submissive. We're not meek. We're not. They keep complaining that we're acting too masculine. So I don't think docile is what they think we are.
No,
Dang.
because
They might think
no,
we're unintelligent.
Charlene, Dane, I'm sorry. Charlene, Dane, let me ask you this. How can they ask you for submission, okay? How can they ask you for submission, but then they're saying in the same breath, you won't let me lead?
yeah, that's the most confusing thing I've ever. It's
Right?
still confusing to me.
No,
I'm like,
I mean,
wait a
that
second.
just came to my mind. I'm like, wait a minute. You're asking for submission, but then you're like, why? You won't let me lead, or you won't let me do this, or you won't let me, or you didn't make me.
Yeah, that's the most backward stuff I've heard. And the only time I've ever heard that is online. I
Thank you.
don't hear this. Like, I'm like, what do you mean? Let me leave submission. All this, I'm like, wait a second. Where did this come from? I
Right,
don't hear men talking like this.
right.
yeah.
So
I
Dan and
don't hear
Charlene,
it.
like, what do y'all think about that?
That who does this though? They go and they get a whole bunch of money, and now they can go get a woman. That who's the docile one there?
But
Even
yeah,
that, I'm just like, what?
they
Um,
listening to society. They listening to these white dudes, and it's like, wait a second, dude. Number one, black women are not like that. Some are. Don't get me wrong. But most black women are not like that. Okay? So, and you understand that from an early age. But you're listening to these white folks, well, this is how women should be. Dude, even their women are not like that.
facts.
They'll play that role,
Yep.
but then next thing you know, they slip in something in your food and you getting deleted.
and
I
y'all
watched way too much Forensic Files
and
Oh
y'all
my
gotta
to
remember,
goodness,
ever
that
think.
was funny.
right? And y'all gotta remember, white men had their day of reckoning. They had their winter. That's where the feminist
Mhm.
movement and everything was on the rise. And they was like, you know
Right.
what? We don't want it.
Mm-mm.
As big and bad as they thought they were, it was like, nah, we don't want it.
Nope. Mm-mm.
There's like, nope.
And the thing is, they had allies. They had men on their side that said, "Oh no, you doing too much. You making us look bad. So yeah, we're
Right.
gonna support them." And that's why they complain now. Some of these black dudes on here, they don't understand that. Black women do have allies, and it's other black men.
So the black
So
men is other black men is
right,
so-called Hispanic men and so-called Asian men and you know what I'm saying? All types of men. They're like, yo, they're looking at us through a world lens, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they ready to pounce. They like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
oh,
all they're like, and all the black women are saying is, nah, chill. Cause they're like, yo, we ready. Nah, chill.
No, you
So
can't tell
see,
it.
the
You
only
can't tell us
thing that's
apart. Can't
stopping,
risk you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said probably because it's more like you can't tell us apart. You can't tell us apart. I can't risk you hurting my dad, my son, my brother. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad because those same people could be on the ally of black men if they would get their stuff together. But instead, you're turning them into enemies. Like, come on, dude, this ain't working for you. But man, you try to tell them that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Nah, man. It's simp. Simp. Is that all the words you know? Is that the best word you got? Simp. 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 Come on, man.
And they're using it wrong. That's even worse. You're using it wrong.
Verbal made up an acronym for it. I forgot what it was, but if she's still in the chat, she could type that. You know what I mean? That was a good one.
Okay. Let's see. The acronym for simp.
Yeah. Verbal made up a good one. It's pretty good. Maybe you might know it, Dame. I don't know, but I mean that's getting old now. I mean, what are you saying? Simp. So what? I'd rather be a simp than an SYSBM.
Right? Talk about it.
I'd rather be a simp than trying to go get a passport to go to some impoverished enclave somewhere in some other country. Come on, man, really?
Okay, let's see.
Some guys are proud of that. Like,
Like that's nasty, man. Like not even not even the people of that country even go to that part of that country, man. They don't even go there. The people that are from that country don't even go there. Come on, man.
Yeah, and you know what? Even funnier about that thing?
What up?
Some of the dudes will call them simps. I'm like, okay, so it's like, well, okay, who's not a simp at this point? Like,
right. Right. So, defending women, speaking honorably about women, speaking of, touting their accomplishments and wanting to celebrate and give them their roses. We're just a bunch of simps. Fine. Max calls himself the Gangsta Simp. You can call me Hassan Simps. Okay? That might be my new handle. It's not Hassan Burton no more. It's going to be Hassan Simps. Hassan Simps. So what?
yeah,
We can't have nothing out here without our women, man. Nothing. We can't be kings, can't be gods, can't be this, can't be no Israelites, can't be no Nation of Islam, can't be no Muslim, can't be nothing without our women, bruh. Keep trying to tell y'all that. Can't have no black fist, can't have no peace sign, can't even be black without a black woman. Hello, somebody. The black woman is the alpha, and the black woman is the omega. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Couldn't find the acronym, and I think Verbal has left the building.
Oh, damn, Verb. I needed her to hold me down for a minute. That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah. But it seemed like every manosphere is a simp for some woman. It's just that they're not a simp for their woman. There's manosphere, cisbens, all these others. They seem to be a simp for non-black women.
Oh, You said they had women. I'm like, they do?
Hey, come on now.
The white manosphere
I'm
seem
like,
to be a simple
that's
Asian
memorandum to
woman.
me, but whatever.
Hey, I mean, hey, they either is a non-black woman or even a avatar. They'll something for that.
Or they
Which I'm
sex
like,
doll.
oh yeah, that too. I'm like, wow, we really having this conversation over here.
Let me leave that alone, man. Let me leave that alone, man. I don't want
I'm like, man, we really having this conversation over here. I remember that live stream they had on O'Shea and on BMT. I'm thinking back, like, we're really having this conversation over here.
Yeah.
We're really having this conversation.
Yeah.
But what can you do? Just,
I keep trying to find
Not do
that.
I mean,
Hassan gonna keep it 1,000.
Thank you, brother. I tried, man. Shit, I learned from the best.
Brother Speak be keeping it 1,000 too. I don't be trying to be all conservative, man. Don't even
Yeah,
trying to do.
I
He
Hey,
from
thought
man.
I
Texas.
thought
I know
I
how he
thought
get
them
down.
dudes on O'Shea was I thought them dudes on O'Shea was trying to sell the sex doll, or sell some sex dolls or something like that. I was
well,
Sex
like,
dolls,
the
sex
person, the
robots,
host
they
was,
want
the
sex.
other people they were ready to buy. Like,
yeah, I don't know. We cracked up on our show about it, especially
Yeah,
when
I
I
remember
started
that. I
going
remember that.
to.
Yeah.
I went to the dark side. I said, okay, now here's the dark side of it. What does the dark side? Oh yeah, the AI ones. Somebody hacked. Somebody hacked into. Apparently, AI ones you can start programming it to you
Mm-hmm.
by having conversations with the thing, like a whole year before you actually get the dog, get it made. And somebody hacked into to a couple of these AI for these dolls, and one guy had one doing all kind of racial slurs at him. Another one, the dog was everything he said. The dog would do the opposite. You know, he acts or something, or tell it something, or you know,
Dang,
and
I'm sorry. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. So the
uh,
robot that got hacked that was saying those racial slurs was saying that the N dropping N bombs.
M bombs.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. And then there's one they didn't find out too much later. Whoever hacked it, because of the AI, um, um, you know how you can take your credit card, your debit card, and you can just tap the screen. Well, this dog was able to do that, and some hacker used it to hack the owner's credit card and
Oh, a
credit and
gold
debit
digger
card.
robot, yo, that's deep, yo.
well, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, I see.
Or in this
And
case, the gift I keep on taking.
yeah, gave it to the guy. Yeah, yeah. Every time he slide that card in, I'm getting paid.
Yo, my fault. I'm sorry, yo. One is taking your money, and one's calling you an NI. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hell, you got dudes out here want to raise slaves. I mean, why not?
Yo, I'm
Oh
sorry,
yeah.
yo. I'm too through, man. I'm through for sure. Wow, I never heard that before. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then as we start finding out, it's like, I said, have you ever wondered how you got to clean the dog?
Yeah, I did not look that deep into it. I'm like, nope, no, I'm not
Oh,
going there.
I was given that research project when we was doing our individual topics, and I looked, and every time I found something, it would be, I said, "Oh, I can't believe this." And then when I found it was stainless steel frame, the high end doll, and stuff like that. I was like, wait a minute, some of these guys don't be in shape or exercising, and this dog does not walk and talk. Well, it talks, but don't walk or anything. So that means you gotta carry it, dress it, move it in position and stuff like that. If you ain't in good shape, that dog may look like it weigh 100 pounds, but shoot, with the stainless steel frame is a you're looking at depending on the size of it, 100, 150, 200 pounds. Oh, and then I came across when I was looking at the ad for it, it said to state whether if you want the dog for all the openings. One guy hurt himself trying to force the dog for oral, but it wasn't designed for oral, and he hurt himself. I ain't gonna get into details of how he hurt himself. He hurt himself.
Oh man,
Oh
come
Lord have
on,
mercy. I don't even
come
want to know. I
on.
don't want to know. I don't
Wow, dang.
He did. He
He got
thought
to
I
he
be
don't.
thought
I
he
paid
don't
for
want to
paid
that.
know
for
either.
everything. He thought he paid for everything. No, she only had. She was only for one use only.
Oh
As I
wow,
said, the
sweet.
dark side of the doll.
Oh sweet
Wow.
Jesus. Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, and
Yeah,
wait,
that's
I don't even want to know.
and for them
yeah.
guys that's getting and the guys that's getting refurbished dolls, you better find out where you got where that refurbished doll came from, because there was one guy, um, he was renting out the doll. He was
What?
prostituting the sex doll. He was the sex doll pimp
Come on.
Okay.
in, in Australia and New Zealand. I was like,
Oh,
whoa.
well, that makes sense.
Dang, wait.
Damn.
Pimping a sex wait a minute. Pimping a sex doll?
And in other countries, there's a sex doll brothel.
Just
Yeah,
they
they were gonna have that
they
here.
Dame
They were
going to
gonna have that
like
here in Houston.
Dame like hey brother speaking Hassan and Charlene. Dame is like the pops on Friday, and it don't stop there. I'm like, dang, you just coming with some more stuff and most. I'm like, wow, just when you thought the world couldn't get any worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
they were gonna have one here in Houston.
A sex doll brothel.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. They were gonna have that here. The mayor stopped
They
that
got it
real
here
quick.
in Dallas, man.
They have it in Dallas?
Man, it's all these weird. Man, you come on, Hassan. I mean, brother, speak, man.
I wouldn't doubt it. I know we stopped that in Houston. They tried. They were like, they said, "What? You about to have it? No, no, no." They shut that shit down before they
Cause
even.
you know everybody coming over here now. Everybody's coming over to Texas now.
Yeah, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. You know, but they trying to hold it off. But they get the right mayor in there. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be here
Yeah.
That's
legally,
crazy, dang.
not like
Oh shoot.
underground stuff. Legally.
Oh shoot. In one country, and if it worked there, it might be implemented in every prison system um in the world, or at least the at least in, I guess you could say, the first world country or whatever. That sex dolls for prisoners,
Mm,
hoping it'll cut down on some of
the
the
violence.
stress of being in prison.
Nah, man, that's what. I mean, you got to pay the price, though.
I was
But
like, what? That
I
was when
mean,
I was supposed to be doing
I
an
don't know.
update on that.
I don't know, Dame. Okay, Hassan and Charlene and I mean, brother Speak. I'm kind of torn with that because, okay, if a guy got like a bad rap and really didn't do it, an innocent man or something like that, okay. then you're like, all right, I could see why. But then if it's somebody that did like another harsh crime or something like that, be like, nah, you ain't getting no dog.
Right. And I was gonna say, well, at least for inmates, I mean, I wouldn't be so much against it. I'm like, hey, I mean, they're doing a hard time. But if you out here, outside in the real world, and you were incel, nah, you don't get no pass.
Well, bro, speak. You worked at prisons. You think that would go over well? Or would it just be another issue for them to fight over?
It'll be another issue for them to fight over. To be honest, I
Oh yeah, you're right. Because if they're fighting over
because
cigarettes and Snicker bars, then
you can fight
second,
on everything.
it's gonna be a massacre up in that jailhouse.
Hey, bro, speak. They be ready to murder you over that dog, man.
Like, dude, can you give him back his dog? Come on, dog. No, dude, give him back his dog. You have your. Hey, it's not my fault. You don't have enough money for your dog. Give him back his damn dog.
Bro speaks said give him back his dog.
Like, goddamn! No! Don't make me come in there and come grab the dog because I don't know what you done to it. Don't make me come in here.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A thought just occurred to me. What if there's a dog hostage situation that if I can't have the dog, nobody can have the dog?
I'm gonna tear it up. Dude. Dude, can you please give us the dog? Look, we'll take time off your books. We'll let you stay in the house. You don't have to work. Just give us the dog. Just give us the dog. Man, I can see that happening.
Man, because it would be a necessity for a stress reliever. You know, like I think Hassan said about cigarettes. I mean, they willing to take chances over cigarettes. So hey, you're right about the dog. If it's a stress reliever or something, an outlet for them, and it's a form of enjoyment or leisure. Oh yeah, they're gonna do everything they can.
You get checked in the yard for.
I just thought about it. If there's people, but I just thought of something. If there's
I feel where Hassan is coming from.
Who's pimping the dogs and having the dog brothel? Wouldn't the same thing happen in prison with the guys that have a dog be pimping out their dog?
Yep. They pimp out other things. Yes, they will.
And brother speaks and Dame, check it. What if a guy got mental issues? Because there's guys that got mental issues that that dog they might depend on that dog as company or companion.
Shoot, yeah. I already got a whole bunch of men that
I'll get a dog first. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in Japan they worried about their population because they got more and more people that's turning to sex dolls for companionship.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they be bringing that sex doll on the aisle. Will you marry me? Sex doll has no reply.
No. If they get that high end AI sex doll, yeah, that doll could.
It'd be like, I do.
But if they get a blow up Joe or blow up Judy, nah, that ain't happening.
What about on the female end though, Dang?
Okay, I've seen
because we ain't talked about that though.
I seen the male sex doll. Let's just say they put in more work on the females. The males is just a, a flat chested version of the female with uh, a sex toy type private parts. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the same thing with the blow up Joe doll.
I'm just saying, do women would even need that? I'm just saying.
Nah, man, women don't need that, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think women.
They got enough toys.
Yeah.
You know
More
what I'm saying?
often,
Women, man, come on.
more often than not more often than not, the sex male dolls are not necessarily for females.
Yeah, I believe that actually.
Yeah.
Even though some of those sex toys that you would think be for females, the women are not buying them like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I did look up one for one of my friends' birthday as a joke, you know. But we priced one of them things. Are you crazy? You know, we just was curious. You know, it'd be like, wouldn't it be funny if we get her a blow up doll for her birthday? Because she had broke up with her man at the time. And she said she's giving up on men. It's like, let's see if we can find a male blow up doll. What? Are you crazy? Yeah. Let's see if we can find her. Let's just look and see if there's even such a thing. And we asked, and sure enough, there was one. He was expensive. At least the blow up Judy doll was in our price range.
I'm kind of scared to ask, but how much was that doll? I mean, the blow up doll.
The blow up Joe doll was like $250. While the blow up Judy doll was something like $60, $70. Unless you're looking for black blow up Judy. Black blow up Judy is hard to find, so she's more expensive.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it'd be more than that, actually.
Well, you gotta understand. We live in the South country. You know, our paychecks are so much. You know, you're looking at girls who make like something like just under $20,000 a year. So you know, so that was a lot to us. Not for something like that. It was like, I'd rather just give her the sex toy. It's a lot cheaper.
Right.
Right.
I hear you.
I was like, I'd rather just give her the sex toy. Not that she would use it, you know. How do we know? Because her sister gave her one for her birthday. And she started blushing and said, why do you give me this? You know I don't like these things. If I'm going to have sex, I'm going to have sex with a man, which I kind of agree with her. Me and her, out of the four of us, we used to always celebrate our birthday. Me and her on one side of that particular subject, and the other two on the other side. We be like, nah, I'd rather have a real guy, real man. No. I'm not wasting the time with that. That just piss me off. And they'd be like, y'all just don't know how to do it right. I don't care. But anyway, you just got a window into my into some of my friendships, you know. Yeah.
Hey, I gave my ex a sex toy, so trust me, you ain't shoot. I gave her one. Like,
yeah.
Let me just say there was some fun times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I yeah, but
she was one of my friends. Her, well, he's an ex now, but at the time that they were dating, he took a job that was um I think it was, I'm trying to think, it was a couple of states away. It was long distance. So he gave her a sex toy and said, "Look, I know it's gonna be hard out there. I'm way over there, but I don't want you going to no other man and stuff like that. But this is the only thing I'm going to accept." And he gave her a sex toy. And he said, "So you shouldn't be looking for no other man while I'm awake." And it was like, I said, "Wait a minute, what did you get him? Because he's way out there. He gave you a sex toy. What you gave him?" And she said, "I didn't think about that."
You don't have to give him nothing. It's cool. We got porn. That's what we got. You don't have to give. Don't worry about it. You don't need this.
Oh, she sent him some new photos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get. Yeah, that part. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that.
she thought about it after I asked her, after she told me and said, "You believe this? He gave me a sex toy." I said, "Well, why he gave you a sex toy?" He said, "Because he didn't want me to be with any other man, and he knew I was gonna miss him, so he didn't want my eyes strained. So he figured if I use this, I wouldn't need no other man." I said, "Okay, so what did you get him?" "What do you mean? What I gave him? Did you give him a pocket coochie?" It was like, "What? No." I said, "Did you give him something? Because he's gonna be over there. You don't think there's women on the, 2 states away?" She said, "You know what? I didn't think about that." And then the next time I saw her, "Hey, I straightened that out." "What you mean?" I sent him some photos." "What?" Well, they stayed together during that whole year that he was at this, so it must have worked.
Yeah, that's all I need. Like,
Mm-hmm.
all I need is a picture. Hey, we take care of the rest.
And some phone
You,
calls, a lot of.
nigga.
But anyway, well, that was one way he was protecting his woman. He was protecting, um, to make sure he understood that, hey, that's a long distance, and that since they weren't going to break up while he was away for a year, because I had another friend, they broke up for a year because uh, they couldn't promise each other that they would be able to stay faithful. So they figured they might as well just break up. That way, if they meet somebody, they can do it guilt free. I said,
Yeah,
well, yeah, that's smart.
yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
You don't have this messy cheating and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
That's when I be like, as far as like people who be in the army or people that go away on business, they're gonna be away for a long time. I never understood the whole like getting married like that because you're gonna be away from a person, and if they're not strong in controlling their urges, yeah, I mean, shoot, people gonna get weak, and then somebody gonna come along, maybe come with some alcohol or some drugs, or they just say something, and next thing you know, they going.
Well, I always figured the military thing to get married part is because military you tend to think of war, and there's always that thought in the back of the head that I might not come back. So you want to kind of, hate to say, start a legacy, leave a piece of you behind. So you marry your girl, you have a whole bunch of sex, hope that it takes, she'll be pregnant. So if something happened to you, you have a piece of yourself behind. And the way the military kind of works out, unless military people feel free to correct me, the military will take care of any child you have with that woman because you're officially married to her. So there's all kind of protections there of being married to the woman instead of she being your woman. Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
some benefits there. Yeah, I get that, but I get all
But
that.
if they're not going into an area where there's gonna be some police action, some military, a chance you're gonna be shot at, no, I don't think so. Like one of my cousins, well, he went to what's that country where they have the illegal prostitution and they have the people, the women in the windows, showing the
Amsterdam.
good. Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Yeah.
He got married and he got sent there, and he just got married on the spur of the moment. You know, like he got married just as he joined the military. I don't know what was going through his mind. He don't even really know what was going through his mind. Got married. They sent him to Amsterdam. He got more of my grandfather's blood in him than we thought, and it was driving him crazy because curiosity, and then to see it so blatantly open like that, it's like, so he wasn't exactly faithful while he was in Amsterdam. But it's weird. Then again, he's always, I don't know, he's always been like he always had like a kid in a candy store mentality when he was younger. You know, like when he graduated, he went to college. Uh, he immediately got with the girl, kids, the candy store. When he was dropping out of college and decided to join the military, hurry up and married her. Kid in the candy store, type honeymoon, and then when he finished his basic and they shipped him to Amsterdam, and she was still going to college and she wasn't ready to transition. So he was supposed to do the thing where he get there first, he'd set everything up, get the housing and all that other stuff. And then she would come as she finished out her semester or her semester that she had in college. Um, and he didn't even last for her to make it over there.
Mm.
Okay. But
He wasn't
his,
ready for that.
yeah, so thank goodness he matured and he's not like that. But it's weird. Now his middle brother, who seemed on the surface to be more mature, he he also was sent to Amsterdam when he was in the military, but he just took it in stride. He just looked and and he did the stripper thing and stuff like that, but he was more interested in trying out the legal weed. But he wasn't so much as a kid in the candy store until he got married. Yeah, he's like, he married this one girl and then went through the honeymoon, and about a week into the honeymoon he's like, oh no, I made a mistake. That she was a rebound. He really wanted to marry this other girl. Never. He waited till after the honeymoon to state that. So he tried to get it annulled, and then he went and pursued the girl that he was rebounding. He rebound on his wife. Rebound that he rebound and married his wife. I was like, oh my goodness, what is wrong with you? Mhm. But that's family, you know. Yeah. I got a cousin that's such a charmer that he managed to convince the women I always thought are impossible to get in their draws, so to say. And he somehow managed to convince them. He and he cheats on them. He get them to take him back. I was like, I said, oh no, you too much like our grandfather. You gonna catch heck. Don't you ever get married. Weirdly
Well, did he get
enough,
married?
yeah, he did. He's as far as I know, he's still married to that. That woman loves him. She would take him back in a heartbeat if he says, "I made a mistake. I was wrong. I don't want to get divorced." And she would. And presently, she got another man. She would dump that man if he was to come back and and say, you know, I love you. I want us to be be a family again and stuff like that. She would literally dump the guy she's with
Yeah.
and go back to him. That's how much in love with him that she is. And no, they're not divorced. They still married. I
Okay.
haven't heard anything about them being divorced.
Oh, but they separated, right?
They separated. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. They live in different states. Hmm.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I got okay, and I got another uncle. I thought him and his wife been divorced.
Hello, Daniel here.
Okay, Rosepeak had to go back to work. Charlene, I've been talking and talking and talking. Okay, yeah. Are you remember I told you the good guys and the bad guys? Well, the good guys and the well, I wouldn't say bad guys, but the Pookies and Ray Ray are the well. He's not a thug or anything. He's always been quiet. He always been a family guy and stuff like that. And he's still married to his wife. He's separated. They've been separated for years. Supposedly they didn't want to get divorced because of the kids. Their kids are grown now. They're still married, but they live in whole different parts of the state, or not Louisiana, state of Texas. And they wanted to keep it like that, So when anybody, they meet anyone, they know that they married, and I can't marry. So when they get proposed to, or they get the pressure to propose, they say, "Well, I can't marry you. I'm married, and my spouse don't want to give me a divorce. So we got to go through the separation part and stuff like that. I would if I could, but I can't because I am. And if you can accept that I'm married, blah blah blah. All right. Then yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand why bother to get married then. But really enough, the uncle that believes that he could not be, that he don't want to get married because he don't believe he can be faithful to a woman. I actually think he can be faithful. I never heard of him cheating on on women he lived with. The only reason why he's not still living with them is because they wanted to get married. and they didn't believe him when he said, "I'm not going to get married."
Okay, yeah, I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Sorry
Matt.
about that, y'all. What's going on? What's up,
Mm-hmm.
bro? Speak. Hey, Charlene.
What's
Mm-hmm.
up, Max? What's going on,
Come
man?
on. Let's talk to my wife. All right, so where we at? What did we get off topic? Dang, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah,
We're kind of off topic.
Mm.
Yeah, we went off topic. Oh, you black? I mean, you back?
Yeah, I had to. There was an accident. But I blocked him by accident. But
Oh,
but I unblocked him and gave him his wrench back, so he should be fine.
oh, okay. Wow. Okay, you gotta be careful. Yeah, I know. I've done that to a couple of people.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially when the chat is moving. You go to block one other person, and you accidentally end up blocking another, or you end up timing out.
So let's go back to the topic. What's the
Mm-hmm.
chat? Gauge the chat. What's the chat talking about?
Joe is back in. He's saying hi. Hassan said
What's
he's
up, Joe?
back. Um, Kev hadn't 504 hadn't said anything since he mentioned that Frank James guy shot
Right,
10 people. Only shot 10
right.
people.
And so, and what I wanted to get in reiteration, this whole business of protecting Black women on social media,
Mm-hmm.
it's not something that I plan to do. It's something that comes natural. You know, as a Black man, being taught what I was taught, it comes natural to me to protect Black women. So it doesn't matter if it's on social media or inside of a phone booth or lunchroom counter. It doesn't matter, to me. But on social media, it's been a little tricky, and it hasn't been without its shortcomings. You know, um, but is it enough to deter me? Absolutely not. I'm not going to let something that small deter me because people have, their own nefarious intent. Some people can't see anything bigger than themselves. And it's unfortunate because a lot of the people that I've met on here, many of them are phony. And the ones who aren't phony got some kind of problem that puts them in a category of somebody I wouldn't trust. And the very few people I can trust on here don't really support the channel like that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, has there been some shortcomings? Absolutely. And what kills me is I'm accused of hating Black men, but I let a lot of Black men come on my panel and show their ass, right? But I hate Black men. I let you guys come on here and express yourselves, even though you softball topics to where you can get it off your chest and maybe we can talk about it and work something out. But yet you come up here and you show your ass and shit and you disrespect the platform and you're not grateful to the opportunity that you do have to try to set things straight. But you're saying, I hate Black men, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, that whole love thing, let me get something straight with y'all. What I was taught, a grown man has no business loving another grown man. Now, people keep talking about something, well, it ain't that kind of love. What kind of love is it? There's only one kind of love. So what kind of fucking love are you talking about? Now, the love between a father and children is different. When the children are a certain age or whatever, that's different. But when the boy grows up into an adulthood or whatever, all that love shit stop. The love goes where it's supposed to go. It goes to the women. Men earn each other's respect. That's the way men deal with each other. Men are supposed to be strong and hard. We're not supposed to be emotional, baggage handlers. Okay, we don't operate on love as men. We have too much to contend with in this world to be operating from a standpoint of love as we deal with the world. Now, of course, our children, we love them. Of course, our daughters, our young sons, Yes, we got all of that. We get that. We get that a lot. But the rest of this shit, these grown ass niggas out here 45 over pumping and dumping and all that. Nah, nigga, I don't. Fuck you think this is? I don't even have respect for niggas like that, let alone love. I ain't got no fucking respect. Respect amongst men is how we show love to each other. Respect. It's like the highest compliment that you can give a man. The highest honor is when he has your respect. We don't need love when we have respect. Because respect is different. Respect is different than love. Respect has other tangibles with it that love doesn't carry. Respect has ego attached to it. It has pride attached to it. It has a sense of accomplishment attached to it. It has a sense of belonging attached to it. That's why it's such a powerful thing amongst men. When you have the respect of men, you can lead them. They will follow you. But they won't listen to a damn thing you say or believe in anything you say if they have no respect for you. Okay? One of the reasons why respect is so big for us is because of who we are and what we do. We carry a large burden. We know the bullseye is on our back.
Dang, it was getting good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I agree with Max on that as far as respect. You know, especially among men, because if you respect a man, you're gonna follow him. You're gonna listen to him, and if he respects you, he's gonna listen to you too. But yeah, if you don't have that respect, yeah, they'll hang with you, party with you, but when it's time for something serious, they ain't about to listen to you. They ain't gonna respect you or what you got going on. That's why you got dudes who been friends forever. All of a sudden, he come home and he see him with his wife or girlfriend because he didn't respect you. Or y'all blow up and all of a sudden he's putting out all your dirt to your face. Same thing, no respect. You don't have the respect of men, you out of there. And especially with men, it's not earned easily. Mm-mm. You don't earn that very easily. That takes time. We have to watch you, see what you do, what you're about, how you handle things. You know, we see you ain't handling things right. Mm-mm. We don't respect. We don't respect you.
Sorry about that, y'all. Fell off. My Wi-Fi over here in Illinois is kind of janky. Okay. Uh, excuse me, bro. Speak. So where was I? Okay. You know, respect is big for us because of who we are and the burden that we carry in this world. People look to us to save them. People look to us to provide for them. We have to provide for the people who are in our immediate families. We have to protect the people in our families, and we also may be called on to protect the people in this entire country. So we have a bullseye on our back 24/7. We are in high demand, and people demand that we get shit done. And so when you have a contingent of powerful men, strong men, men who can get the job done, and then there's one man that they will yield to, the man with the highest honor, the man with the highest respect. That's power. You understand? Respect is also power. When one man can walk down a regiment of men who are just as mighty, but they yield to him as the mightiest because they respect him. That's power. That's what men deal with. We don't deal with love. Love is for women. Respect is for strong and powerful men. Men who have the attention of men. Men who can lead men. You can't lead, you can't be a leader of men without their respect. No man will follow you if he does not respect you. This is how one man can move an entire community. Because that's just how powerful respect is among men. One man can have the respect of every man in the community and make one phone call and get things popping out of respect. So you weak ass Negroes with your wires crossed who come in here talking about it's a different kind of love. It ain't no kind of love. Get your head out of women's asses. Leave the love to the women and the children. Become men and earn the respect amongst men. That's what real men do. Real men are respected, not loved.
Yep.
Amongst men. They're loved by the women, but they're respected amongst the men. I yield the mic.
No, you said it right there, and I think that's where a lot of dudes get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you're not trying to earn respect from the men, not even the people around you. You're trying to be loved. You're trying to be like. You're trying to get validation. That don't work. You have to get respect.
That's right.
All that other stuff, that could be gone tomorrow.
That's right.
That validation, gone. Love, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Money, all that stuff, gone. But you gain the respect of people, they're going to have your back regardless.
That's right.
Because it's not about who you are, it's about what you do. What you bring to that table. That they know that you're going to get stuff done.
That's
they
right.
know that they can depend on you and you're not going to mess them over. You don't have that as a man, no matter what, it's going to be a problem. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. So all you guys out there who are confused, get your head out of women's asses. Lead the love to the women. Step out and earn your respect amongst men. Like I said, real men are respected by other men. They're loved by women and they're respected by men. Again, get your head out of women's asses. Stop being effeminate. Grow up. Become men. It's about time that black women see more good men. Instead of these derelicts and grown-ass 40-year-old adolescents. 40 years old and still dressing like a teenage gangbanger. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That shows you where your mentality is. Charlene, where's Charlene at?
She's there, but she's muted.
I'm here.
Ladies, why y'all so quiet?
We're listening.
But listening, we were talking earlier, a little daylight.
What's going on, ladies?
Yeah.
what y'all think about the whole love and respect situation?
Well, I understand it completely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Charlie, what you think about it?
I think you're absolutely right. Men, you're supposed to earn respect from other men, and then you earn love from the ladies and respect.
That's right.
Um, yeah, it just goes by your character, the way you talk, what you say, how you carry yourself, your image.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping up your word. You do what you say you're gonna do.
X.
You see something that needs to be done, you do it, or make sure that or make sure it gets done. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
as a man, you can't get nothing done if women love you. You need to respect the men because in your endeavors, you're going to need men to help you get the things that you need and secure the things that you need. So it's your respect that's going to help you earn your way and navigate and get around hard obstacles. Okay. So you need the respect of men. No matter how strong you may be, no matter how strong the Black Knight is, the Black Knight still needs respect of men to get certain things done.
Yeah. Same
Mm-hmm.
where I work. You know, there's some supervisors I don't particularly like.
Yeah.
But I respect them enough to, hey, you do this, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
They earn
And
that
that's
respect.
the weird thing, right? Because that's something that cross women up sometimes about us men.
Mm-hmm.
They say, you don't even like the guy? Yeah, but I respect him. What does that mean? It's a different thing, Men, we don't have to like each other a lot, but we can respect each other because of the principles that we stand on. It's a different situation. You have to be a man to really, understand it.
Right. You know, that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's for them, they're like, if I don't like them, I don't deal with them. Like, no, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah. Like what?
that's not but I mean, in certain situations you can't have that thought process.
Mm-mm.
If you're gonna have to deal in, especially in this society, there's people you're not gonna like. There's people you have to work for. You ain't gonna like them,
Nope.
but you have to. But if they earn your respect, hey, I'll follow you. Whatever you want to, what you want to do, boss.
That's why I was telling people like, well, my boy's an asshole. I love him. My boy's an asshole. My assholes pay well. You
Mm-hmm.
know? Every
Oh,
asshole I've ever had paid well. I ain't got a problem with the assholes, bro. You know what I'm saying? See,
mm-mm.
see, a lot of y'all, man, when y'all at work, I notice y'all get too involved in your work, like the staffing of your work. It's okay to be involved in your craft if you want to be the sharpest at coding or whatever. That's fine, but don't get too caught up in your staff. A lot of y'all
Mm-hmm.
get too caught up in the staff. Y'all end up tripping. Y'all end up developing these weird I don't like you type relationships with people that can be problematic. So y'all got to cut that out and stop. Gossiping on the job at the water coolers. So and so over there just got his new office, and he got the word nigga on the wall, and there ain't nobody saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta cut that out.
Yeah, you're missing money opportunities. I'm like, I worked with so many assholes, and they've treated me great for
I
whatever
don't know
reason
if you
because
can.
I'm like, look, I'm not invested like that. Hey,
I don't know if you can get away. I ain't been on a job ever where there was no assholes,
no,
especially in management. That's pretty much
no,
where they all at.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, they get up there just to run people. That's what they
Yeah,
do. And
yeah,
the thing is, you gotta make sure they respect you. And
that's right.
you know, when they try stuff, they ain't gonna try it with you. I mean, I had one man. He would do some dirty stuff to a whole bunch of my coworkers, but he never did that for me. Like where there were two incidents where I really could have got in trouble. He let me slide,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
just that's how it goes.
A lot of them are not real bad people. They just got their little quirks and shit. Just some of them just want to be assholes. You understand what I'm saying? Just for the sake of being an asshole. You know, a lot of them are not real bad people. They just, I don't know, they got some just quirky shit about them. But I remember I had somebody talking about, well, I don't want to work for no asshole. Boy, well, shit, you ain't gonna have a job.
Right.
Cause I don't know where the hell you're gonna be working.
Good luck with that. Unless you have your own business. Yeah.
Yeah,
Other than that,
exactly. Yeah, where the hell you working at? You know, these assholes. You know, I don't mind the asshole because they pay well. I don't have a problem with it. You know, assholes pay well. I like it when you go to jobs and the big boss is an asshole. You're gonna make some money. They pay you if you really look at your check. They pay you for dealing with them being assholes. Okay, they pay you for you. You get paid for that. You know, so I have no problem with them being assholes, man. I haven't had an asshole
especially if they like you. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
A lot of opportunities going there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta call my wife.
All right. But yeah, shoot. I don't know. I never understood that. I don't like work for assholes. I'm like, shoot, man, you need one of those assholes. Shit. But you know, that's
Oh well, somebody would say that they being too sensitive, or they must not don't want to work.
yeah.
As my grandfather said, don't let no asshole get between you and your money.
Exactly. I've had coworkers, they complain about certain people, and I'm like, look, can you change it? No. Okay. There ain't much you can do. Shoot, a lot of our upper management is like assholes. But it's like, yeah, that if they do something messed up, they're gonna get rid of them. I survived a bunch of supervisors. You know, 6 months they gone. They did something stupid. They pissed off the wrong people. Gone. I mean, it's just that's what it is. You just have to you don't take the job personally. And you know, even I had to learn how to not do that because I used to take this stuff personally. I'd be fussing all even at home. Whether it was my mother or my ex, fussing. I had to learn how like, dude, I can't take this home. You know, they are who they're gonna be. I just learned how to deal with them. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, people don't know how to leave. It's work. Work is work, man. And you know, these relationships that you have at work, it's work. You have to leave it there because you know how it's either past work and where it's just like actual true friendship. Let's say you gone for a while. How many of them are gonna call you to check up and you see you okay? I went out one time. I had got into a car accident, broke my thumb. I was gone for like I want to say 4 months. I had maybe 2 or 3 call me. One connect with me on Facebook. That's it. That was everybody else that I was talking to. All that, none of them contacted me except 2 or 3. That put it in perspective for me. Like, okay, some of these people just for work. Past that, that's it. They're nothing else. So just like with the assholes, it's like they at work. Leave them at work. You don't have to have no contact with them outside of work.
Yeah. And I've seen situations where two people were beefing over some stupidness as far as I was concerned. And it got to the point where we're stressing out the crew because we couldn't put them together because they would get into it. So sometimes people got tired of because one would be talking about the other and stuff like that, and you spend the whole night stuck with somebody complaining about somebody else that you have no issue with. Sometimes you can tune it out, but sometimes it's just plain annoying. Okay, well, the main one that was doing the complaining, she got in an accident. Something about the axle blew or the tire blew and it did damage to the axle, and she ended up off to the side, and getting out, and she had to wait to try to flag somebody down so she could get a ride somewhere where she could use the phone. Well, by this time the shift had changed, and there wasn't going to be anybody going down that road until the next shift. Well, one person did come out. Guess who it was? The person she can't stand. It's like, are you okay? You're right. And stuff like that. Do you need to be taken to the hospital? She didn't, hold it against that it was her. Hold on a second. All right. Okay, Max won't be coming back. We're gonna go ahead and shut the show. Thanks, bro. Speak, Charlene, for coming up and joining discussion, and Hassan and Polo Sports. Thank you all for coming up for discussion, and thank for everybody in the chat and all nice words and participation. Okay, we're going to catch you for ladies' night. Until then, peace, power, and unity. Until I see you next time.
Let's go back.
Yo, check your mic. Let's test these levels.
Check.
Okay, word. We got the sound. Let me know when the break's coming in.
Nah, there's no break. I'm just gonna go straight through.
I kick that shit.
Heaven sent, I can prove this. Any crowd, turn me up loud. KR will move this. Long before Eazy-E, this MC, he was ruthless. Kicking rhyme, spitting rhyme, written rhyme, freestyle. I deuce this. Who's this? You don't know me, homie. I'm the one and only. I turn your tool into a toll. Tell you owe me. You ain't gotta go to the past to know know me, homie. I'm KRS-One. My power is now. Eckertoli. These rappers are bony and lonely. I'll catch them coming out of Shoney's. I don't Oscar or admire, they baloney. No phony. I spit for the time from the mind. So when I spit off the head, of course I'm ahead of my time. Yes, I'm better with rhyme, and it's evident I'm the lyrically benevolent kind. This you never gonna find. I'm spitting plenty medleys. This is work, not a job. Rappers are crying like a boss in reverse. They solve. That's when they get robbed and disappointed. They not anointed, get them set up like an appointment. I spit the same heat you like to joint with. Fire, spit the truth, no liar. Heaven sent, this is higher. The mic cooks, I write books. The heavyweight champion. The song becomes a knockout with the right hook. I'm raw, meaning not cooked. These fake rappers heads are down, cause in the face of KRS, they do not look. 40 cal style, rap-a-pum like big drums. When I heat up the cup to 420, it's done. Light up the cheech with the chunk. I teach when I come. Knowledge reign is supreme. What these rappers speaking is dumb. It's a treat when I come. I'm not what you used to. I'm the return of Khufu all over these tracks like choo-choo. I'm the guru. So when my teaching premieres, it's Gangstar. Hitting you and your man in the same car. These whack rappers, fuck who they are. KRS is like a hooligan. Hitting them all with the same bars. Hooligans hitting them with the same bars. Your whack style just ain't ours. Venus to Mars. I'm teaching with bars. Spitting these bars. But youngins under 21 can't even get into these bars. So I don't blame them if they not seeing these bars. Cause when I hit them with my universe, all they seeing is stars. Speaking of bars, when I spit one, you can see it's all about impact over an income. The big one, multi-directional and exceptional. 10 of my first 20 albums are all collectibles. You feel the heat when I'm next to you, truly legendary. Underground, undetectable, and revolutionary. Most of what's going on today, you know we knew already. I tried to teach our people, but poverty, it took too many. It shook too many. We can see what a curse is. So I re-emerge to show these youngins who the first is. The minister, frying rap chickens like churches. And the worst is seeing your temperature taken by nurses. IV bags, your family picking out hearses. It's like you at the Barclays Center, you won't survive these verses. Sprite means spirit, so I obey what my thirst is. The whole planet, so-called Earth, is what my turf is.
Hold up, yo, I got this. Yo, this is about to be fire. Levels is on point. You sound good out here. Let's get this project started.